Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Tuesday. It is going to be a day unlike any other.
Probably not exactly unlike any
It'll
other.
be very like a lot of
Very
them.
similar to every Tuesday we've been doing for the past year. But hey, everybody, welcome. Zach and I are perpetually obsessed with Flesh and Blood. Cat's out of the bag. Can't stop talking about it. Can't stop thinking about it. It's almost problematic.
Well,
It's the perfect level of it's like the game obsession level that you haven't felt since you were like 16, 15. You know what I mean?
And
it's all you want to do. It's all you want to talk about.
I've been trying to put my finger on why it's so, because it's not like it's not radically so different of like as an example, when Destiny came out and had the dice, that was something different in a card game, or Sky Tier with the position element. But like, I think what it is, I was trying to explain it last week, but it's like those. You ever seen the? You have like the metal ball on like the maze, and you're trying to like balance it right.
Yeah.
And there's a key principle at each corner of this thing, and it's like the more I start to understand one corner, I tip the scale that way, and that makes me start seeing things very differently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then like you can't forget about the other three corners.
That's a pretty cool way of putting it.
So like, just
very poetic.
There's a reality of, and I don't know what the pillars are yet. I'm not fully understanding of it, but it's like every couple of weeks at this point, something really clicks that makes me just appreciate what I'm doing on a totally different level. And sometimes it's really simple. Like as an example, the thing that hit this past week, and you were really helpful for helping me recognize this.
The first time in my life.
Yeah. You were helpful.
He was helpful.
No, so Bravo Guardian has his tectonic plating.
Got to get that Sarge token.
And it's just a really simple ability. You can pay one to create a seismic Sarge token. It has Go Again. And the Sarge token makes next round, it automatically fires, and it makes your first Guardian attack -1.
Essentially pass a resource.
You can pass one resource from now to the future. But just the basic understanding that if you're going to use that ability, the most efficient way to use that ability is with a blue resource card. So you pay one, you have 2 resources floating.
Makes sense.
So then, given that Guardian has this piece of equipment, how do you use that 2 resource? Right? Like, what do you do with those 2 floating resources? Because technically, you play something like Command and Conquer. Great 2-cost attack.
What a great card.
You could have Dominate on Bravo that costs 2. His ability costs 2.
Built right in there.
Pummel costs 2.
Oh my god.
A lot of good reasons to do 2,
so
right?
Good.
But like at Pummel is a good example of, well, if you're seismic charging with a blue and you're playing Pummel, you played a blue and you played Pummel, but Pummel only works if you're doing something else.
You gotta have another card.
Well, and the other card, you're probably gonna have to pay something for it, because you can only Pummel a 2-cost attack or higher.
You gotta have 2.
So now I need another resource, and it's like, wait a second, and then the reality. So the other thing I'm balancing, beyond specifics with the decks that I'm playing, is what was it? Oh, I know. So
what are you gonna do?
I was playing Bravo blues with all blues in my deck, right? And it was Towering Titan, and I basically would just block, and then I would swing a lot once, and then I'd block, which was which against your original Azalea deck. So the other part of this is we're both evolving and changing at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's something going on.
Meta at its finest.
So you were playing Azalea in the first iteration. You weren't really leaning into Dominate, so I could get away with discard 3 cards, block for 9, play a potion, right? And I could slowly just do this building over time. Eventually get the Towering Titan, play a Towering Titan, off to the races.
Boom. There
but
it goes.
You switch to a focus heavily leaning towards the Dominate ability.
Right.
And so what I found is that you would play Dominate, and then it's like, well, I can block with 1. And now I have a 3-card hand, but I wasn't planning on having a 3-card hand.
And what do you do with the 3-card hand that's better than the sum of its parts?
You got to figure
what
out
I mean?
what you're going to do.
It's like, well,
But then, to make matters worse, beyond all of that, is then you switch to Brute. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And all of a sudden, not only is it worse than Dominate, because you actually get me down to 1 card, and then I can choose to block with that 1 card or not.
Right.
So I can't pay to defensively react with an Arsenal card, like an Unmovable or a Staunch Response. If you leave me with only Staunch Response, I can't even block.
That's right.
Because I don't have the resource for it. And then if you leave me with just Crippling Crush, maybe the attack that I had to trigger off my Towering Titan, I either block or I take the full force of what you're doing.
It sounds like you're playing against some kind of Flesh and Blood genius.
A savant, a true savant. But the reality that Bravo taught me, right, and this is just understanding the depth of this game, is that if I just don't do anything to you, right? That's my Bravo Blues. Sometimes I just play Towering Titan and I don't swing at you. Brute's 4-card hand is always way worse for me than whatever I can do by leaving them alone.
Right.
So even Showtime, which is a card I've been playing in Bravo since the very beginning, if you just play Showtime, you're not doing anything to your opponent. You're not pressuring them on the tempo or the momentum side of the game at all.
And what that basically means is that you're not making them block with cards out of their hand to respond to you.
Yeah.
Or take damage, which is, of course, the win condition.
The Towering Titan example for me is like, that's usually, you typically have to spend all 3 of the other cards to even put it into play, which means a couple things. There has to be a turn where I don't block.
Right.
Step 1. So I took damage there.
That's right.
Secondly, now I'm playing it, so you're going to get a turn where I don't mess with you.
Yeah.
So there are moments where Azalea deck did this, but Brute really showed this to me. Not messing with you is actually a steep cost, because now I put no pressure on, you're going to get a swing back full force. And then the turn after I play Towering Titan, I have to swing with a Guardian attack, and I have to be able to pay for it.
You got to put it all in onto the field there.
So even if I have a 3-cost Guardian attack,
and you got to dominate it.
You got to dominate it.
You must dominate it.
So I have to have a 2 resource cards and an attack, right? Which means I can only block with 2 cards if I have something in Arsenal.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
The turn after.
Yeah.
So to Towering Titan, I'm essentially taking 3 not so great turns, and the best I can do
+8
is +8 off the blue one or +10 off of the red one into a Crippling Crush that's dominated. And if I'm really got potions going and stuff, also pummel.
Woo.
But let me tell you, a 22 damage dominated attack, still not as good as 3 unhindered Brute turns.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So then that made me realize I have a problem. My deck has a fundamental problem.
Hey, it's just like happened with Azalea. It's like, wait a minute.
So last week,
This
that's
is not
where,
good.
I was trying weird stuff like lead the charge. Is it lead the charge or lead from the front? Lead the charge.
Leaving the front is Marvel Champions, is it not? Yeah, lead the charge is what we do in this game.
Yeah. So I was looking at that because it's like, well, if I play Showtime, I need to have go again so I can at least swing with a hammer. But then what ended up happening is I had a bunch of cards in my deck that only were really worth playing if I had go again, and a bunch of cards in my deck that gave me go again. But any wrong assortment of those cards was just horrible for me. So anyways, those are the 2 key things that I've basically been... Last week I was wrestling with the tempo side of things, which is like I always have to swing with something.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And it got pretty close. I was actually getting back in the game with my deck.
100%.
But
you
then,
won both of those games against Azalea, did you?
No, I lost one, I think.
The early Azalea. And then the third one was when I switched to some Nouveau Jazz, and it actually went quite well.
And you have some things there.
I got a lot of things
but
there.
That's where, like, always putting pressure on. But then after we got off the stream, I laid my deck out, and it was like, I have 20 cards that are super situational and dead most of the time.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait, it's crazy. But then we started talking about, like, okay, what do you do with a 1-card hand? What do you do with a 2-card hand? If you have to block 3 times because they're playing whatever it is, right, that is worth blocking, what are you doing with 2 cards?
Yeah.
What are you doing with 3? What are you doing with 4?
Let me expand on that a little bit.
All right,
I talked about that on the Discord last night, and thank you for humoring me, Colin, and others on that note. So I think your 2-card hand is what I would call your standard attack sequence, because if you look at most every notable attack or attack sequence in the game, you're going to be getting hit for 6, right? So like Command and Conquer is 6, the sadly now banned Drone of Brutality is 6. All your Brute attacks are 6. Anything in the 2 to 3 cost range is going to be 6-ish damage. Anything in the 0 to 1 is going to be 5-ish damage, the good ones, and 4 with go again.
Or 7 if you're in, lightning.
Sometimes 7, so like, you assume an attack that hits for 4 to 7 every turn. And so if you want to cover all that damage, we're going to block with 2 cards. Or like a 4 with a pummel, not a pummel, a 4 with a razor reflex, something like that, right? So that's going to be your standard threat range, 4 to 7. And so assume that you're blocking with 2 cards. Don't even worry about dominate for now. Just assume you're blocking with 2. So you block with those 2 cards. You now have 2 cards in your hand. What do you do with those 2 cards that can possibly get you out of the cycle of constantly defending with 2 and basically attacking with 2? How can you go to now attacking with 3? And then if you're really good, if those 3 card sequences are good, how can I now then go to attacking for 4 because they've got to block so much with my 3 card pressure? Now, it's not that clean, right? If it were as easy to do that in every class, you would do it. But that's not how the game works. And so there's this back and forth tension. But your 2-card hand is your standard hand. I think your 1-card hand is, what can I do with 1 card that is going to try to get me back to 2 cards attacking? To try to get over that hump. Weapons have it great. I love weapons. Zach, I'm so jealous of the hammer. I love it in the club in Brute. It's like, hey, I got 1 card. I'm going to swing for 4. I'm swinging for 4, man.
Yeah. When that's your worst case, that's okay.
Yeah.
And, your opponent can always just take 4, and there's no nasty hit effects associated with it. But if you can't at least apply that pressure, you got a problem.
Something's going to happen because, like, Ninja's going to probably pitch a card and do 2 Kodachis. Ranger, at my best, is going to put a 0 cost in Arsenal and shoot it for 4.
Yep.
So, and it may be a little bit of a hit effect of some kind. Weapon classes are going to swing a little bit. You can play a 0 cost. There's these kind of things that you can do with 1 card in your hand, but you have to be able to do something. And because you have 4 cards when you're going in to defend, barring certain effects that are going to take those options away, like Intimidate, you can whittle your hand down to that 1 card that's good when it's just 1 card. So I think you need to have enough of those in your deck. And for Bravo, that's probably easier because any blue card
blue is a hammer swing.
Works. Yeah. So as long as you have 1 blue after area defenses, you can start to try to get back in the game.
And 2 cards, if it's a red and a blue, you can Sarge token and swing the hammer. No matter what the red and the blue are, right? And if they're both 3 cost or more, it's a 6 damage hammer swing.
Yeah.
That alone starts telling me.
What's crazy about Bravo to me is that the scalability.
I thought you were going to say it's dashing good looks.
From 1 to 2 cards is built into the resource curve itself.
Yeah.
That to me is amazing. Whereas I'm looking at it with Ranger and with Brute. So Brute is a great example of if I have 1 card, I can swing with the club. If I have 2 cards, I probably can't do anything more than that because pretty much every attack that I like requires me to discard a card and I have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So Brute gets really good at 3 and incredible at 4. Not great at 2 and adequate at 1.
Yeah,
right?
And that means to me that most of the time with that deck, you're probably either going to be blocking with 3 cards or none.
Or 1.
Or 1 or none.
100%.
And that's where, like, even with Bravo, right? There's setups where I see the damage you're doing, I see the hit effect you have on the table. It's worth taking that damage because of what I'm about to do to you.
Right. Because you feel like you can return it better.
Yeah.
Not knowing the defending cards that your opponent is about to draw into, and if they do draw into a couple of defense reactions,
could be
that
bad.
trade then gets worse for you, but you just don't know that.
Yeah. But
the other thing is the Arsenal too.
Yep.
You can take that 1 card, rather than pressuring their hand, you can just go to Arsenal, take another big defensive turn, then do a 1-cost swing back at them, and hopefully build the 2 cards, and then you can get off to the races.
And I think that thinking through, this is where I'm trying to balance it. And it's like my mind can almost grasp it. I'm not there yet, but my mind almost grasped this thing I'm about to say.
Close.
Which is, and this is what I realized too, because like I had the Viscera OTK style-ish deck. I was trying to hit Arknight Ascendancy 2 or 3 times in a game.
Yeah.
That was the goal. But then playing that against Brute, it was like, I'm consistently doing nothing to you for 3 or 4 turns. And I'm betting on the fact that my cards are going to be capable of slowing you down enough that when I hit you big with my big stuff, it's worth the pain.
Mm-hmm.
But against Brute, that was particularly not true.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how many cards you have. You start that Intimidate train, unless I have like a bunch of instants that gave me life or something, you get rid of my options.
Yeah.
And then I block with 1, and then it's like, oh, I have 3 cards that I thought I was going to get a use on the defensive.
Yeah, you might generate a few run chance.
Yeah, so like an ideal situation, right, is, at least for thinking through the characters I've been playing, is like I can do something with 1 card. I can always swing an attack or a hammer or a sword or whatever it is. On 2 cards, I can build a little bit and swing.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's getting a Rune Chant token with Viscera or Seismic Sarge with Bravo, and then I can do something.
And that's going to make your next turn a little bit more effective.
Yeah. And then if my opponent doesn't do anything, they don't swing, or maybe they just don't swing that much, right? The arrows you have, it's like you have a 4 damage arrow coming at me. It's like, okay, I'll take 4. And then what do I do with the 3rd and 4th card? But the 3rd and 4th card, and this is the beauty of the game. This is why I can almost see it.
You see it out there?
If it can simultaneously either block if I need it to block, or provide the abilities and resources in the event that I still have them in my hand going into my hand to make my turn awesome, is the perfect balance. But that's why defense reactions are more efficient at defending, because they really, like a red Sink Below, can only ever be 1 resource or a 4 block on defense.
100%.
And so like a lot of times that's a great 4th card, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
well, you know, I just need a card in my hand in the event that they attack. I'm never planning on having a 4 card, 1 arsenal turn.
Right.
But I have it there just in case things get
If
crazy.
they give it to you, you better be able to do something with it.
Yeah. But at the same time, what you're giving up is that, you know, if you don't end up actually needing that, on a turn a Guardian player plays Showtime and passes, that's kind of a dead card. And in my mind, this is what I've been messing with, right? It's like, I want to always make you pay for giving me a 4-card hand.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Like, I'm willing to give up a decent amount to make sure that anytime you, like, even against Brute, it's like, okay, you got me down to 1 card. But I'm going to swing as hard back as you just hit me with.
Oh, you think you can swing as hard with 1 card against a Brute 4
No,
card
no,
hand?
like if you get me down to 1 and that's the only one I can block with.
Sure.
It's like, instead of
swing back with
blocking,
those 3.
I just need to be
Or
able to
those 4.
swing back
Yeah.
so hard that you're going to think about this thing.
They'll heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the idea.
anyways, that reality of like, it's not as simple as, you know, there's all these variables to it, right? And
It's
that's where
incredible.
like in Guardian at least, it's like the more blues I can run that are also 3 defense, that are also attacks, means they can beat the attack and the hit effect, and I can have pummel or I can have some boost, and they can that kind of thing. But I can also block with 3. But the downside of that card is that I can't react into it. So I can't
Sure.
put it in my arsenal and react into the defense with it. But at the same time, I'm willing to give up some of those reactions to make sure I have a crazy good turn.
Yeah, there's just so many ways and so many moments where the value of a card is dramatically different. And so when you're valuing a card, it's not about like, I have this hand and here's what it looks like. What happens if this is my 2nd card of a turn where I need to be defending against a hit effect that is going to wreck me, like a Crippling Crush or a Dorinthia Dawnblade? What if it's the 3rd card in a sequence where I have 3 cards to attack with on offense? Does it contribute anything?
Yeah.
Right? And the more cards in your deck that can pivot into those roles, the better. But what you find, of course, is that most of the cards that are best on those offensive turns are 2 defense.
Yeah.
And most of the cards that are best on defense,
The
like
balance
defense
of the game.
reactions, are worthless on offense.
But
right?
like a really good example is for me, forever, I'm playing Guardian, right? So I have Staunch Response. 2 cost. The blue is a 2 for 5.
It's your defense reaction. Everybody gets 1.
It's a 2 for
Ranger
5.
gets
They
4.
can flex up to 2 for 8.
Yeah.
And technically, it's 6 for 8 at that point. You pay 4 extra and it gets to +3.
Yeah.
But as an example, it kind of interesting. Unmovable. It's a 3 for 5. It's a 6 out of Arsenal. 3 for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Not that bad. But most importantly, it costs 3.
Yeah.
Which means as a blue in my hand, if I don't end up needing to use it, it actually makes my hammer a 6.
Right.
If I pitch it and something else, whereas a lot of times I'd have Staunch Response, and
It doesn't contribute to the hammer.
it doesn't contribute to the hammer. So the weird choice there is there's one that's less resource efficient. Costs me 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes my hammer better. But then you start thinking, and it's like, well, I'm playing a lot of blues. If I'm playing Staunch Response, I'm pitching a blue most of the time anyway.
Staunch Response is a yellow curve card.
It's a
man.
yellow curve card.
It's a yellow
So
curve card.
it
I mean,
literally,
it
it's like
is,
a light bulb goes out, and it's like, I'm playing Unmovable over Staunch.
Yeah.
What? On paper, Staunch, like in most games I played, it's like you play Staunch.
Right. Of course. And it's your signature class card.
It
Of course
costs
you
less
want to
and
play
it gives
it.
me more. Why would I not play this? And it gives me more options because I can flex up into more. But then you start looking at it and it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
It's pretty remarkable. So we've had some things. We're going to play some games here and kind of explore the game in its fullest. I mean, I'm looking at Reinforce the Line, which I think I've talked to on Discord with Grindle or Tower Number 9 about. I mean, it's getting crazy in here. It's getting insane. Quick questions. Chris Gripke saying, Unlimited Monarch subs, when would we expect that to charge? So Unlimited Monarch, so all subs charge 2 to 3 weeks before release, unless something very notable has happened differently, which
Almost-
you would probably know about.
Almost always, it's about 2 weeks beforehand. That's
right.
And we leave some flexibility for a lot of reasons. As an example, so I saw someone asking about the Ashes Reborn upgrade kit. We charged for that a week ago Friday, and under a certain expectation when we would have it so we could ship it. And it's taking a little bit longer than we expected. Things are particularly crazy right now with shipping and stuff. So, but it's still within that 2 or 3 week window.
Yeah.
The other good notable example is, there's a threshold currently. Any charge for subscription over $2,500 for Flesh and Blood, like that happens with boxes. we can charge that a little bit early too. But the standard order is going to be 2-ish weeks before that stuff is ready to ship.
About 2 to 3 weeks. So if you're looking at when is Monarch Unlimited going to charge, the first thing you ask yourself is when is it releasing, and what is 2 to 3 weeks before that release date, and that's when you should expect that to happen. And I think didn't they say Monarch Unlimited is like a couple of weeks after first edition?
3 weeks.
So 3 weeks. So it's probably around the time first edition releases is when Monarch Unlimited is going to charge.
Yeah.
That's an easy rule of thumb there, 2 to 3 weeks.
Swag Opening saying, are you going to open more subscription spots for Monarch? I saw the first edition one for $90+. So first edition's done at this point. It's locked in. We're not going to open that back up. There are spots available in the unlimited subscription map with free shipping at 3 or more boxes. And as we were saying, that's supposed to come out about 3 weeks after first edition. So if you want boxes and access to cards, that's the best way to do it.
And then Gurl here asking on Twitch, wondering if I can basically combine Ashes and Flesh and Blood subscriptions. So none of the subscriptions can combine shipping or otherwise be merged.
With anything.
With anything. I mean, the system is super efficient and built for a singular function, which is sending one product down one pipeline, and there it goes. So we can't combine or otherwise alter or modify those orders. That might be something that we can do in the future, but with our current scale and with how we built our system and with the efficiencies that it has, it's better for everybody right now if it's just straight down the line. And it serves 99% of people really well that way. So.
Yeah, you can imagine the complications it would introduce to start merging
I can. I've imagined it many years.
I've imagined it well.
Okay, why do you want to start this thing off?
Well, so
what are you most interested in testing here?
I have 2 decks I'm really excited about, and it's my 2 favorite characters, so this should surprise no one. The Guardian, Bravo tweaked with the new resource curve in mind, looking to make advantage of that.
I know what we'll do. Well, let's test that against Dorinthia.
Okay.
I've got a kind of a boilerplate Dorinthia deck built here that is just about swinging Dawnblade and not losing counters.
Okay, great.
You know, so I think it's kind of, there's always decks in a metagame that you have to check yourself against.
Dorinthia
is
and
one
Ninja
of them. Are top of the list. Mech Control is top of the list. I need to get that one built. I've done myself a disservice in all of this by not having that up yet. But
old Dash.
Yeah, but we will.
I'm hoping Tim will use my cards to build that because he's interested.
Tim, would you build Dash already? So
he sent me a list. I just haven't physically put it together yet. Okay. But the other deck I have that I'm really excited about and planning to play today is Viscera, but not OTK specifically.
Yeah, a little mid-range,
so
he says.
Again, I have this kind of obsession with both Bravo and Viscera. I think I went the same place, and this is natural the way I deck build, is I kind of push the extremes. Mm-hmm. And so I went I don't ever attack, except for when I do attack, it really hurts.
Of course.
And then, like I said, I found various great limitations to those strategies in both decks.
Which you would hope to find, really.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So now I'm going the opposite direction almost, especially with Viscera, which is kind of continual pressure, planning to attack most turns. And
that's the Flesh and Blood we all want to be playing, isn't it?
It's a very different look, but I'm as excited about that as I am Guardian.
Also, I'm testing out these Boulder deck cases from Ultimate Guard. I like them so far. These are really nice. They fit in the. They feel very secure. They fit in the Ultimate Guard box there. I've been a big fan of these so far.
Jay Rutley saying, any fancy life counting prototypes today?
We have one more on the way that will be here probably any minute in this week at some point. But we're looking at some dice stuff that's looking really good.
Speaking of that, do you mean to get those little itty bitty dice?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I had them in there because I was using them.
I've got the D20s too.
Ednon asking, are orders in multiples of 4 shipped in sealed cases?
So, great questions. I don't know. Everybody's really concerned about it. Do people just tamper with boxes? Is that the idea? Or is it distribution or something?
I think there's 2 main reasons people ask this question. I'll answer your question, then I'll answer the actual question as to why and what's going on with our boxes. One is that, there's tampering, right? So people could technically open boxes in a case until they find a legendary and then ship the rest of the boxes together, right?
People need to relax.
That also presumes another thing, which is just not true as far as we've experienced it and understood, which is that there's like Destiny, I think, helped create this perspective that there's going to be a set number of cards in a case. As an example, like there's going to be a legendary in every case.
Yeah.
There are cases that don't have legendary. I've seen people opening unlimited cases with 2 legendaries in the single case. It is true randomization. Just because it shows up a certain number of times in a print run does not guarantee anything. But most importantly, if you order 4 from us, it's possible it comes shipped in a case. In fact, it might be likely, but
very likely, yeah. But
it's not guaranteed. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, just our process and the way it works. But 2, also, like, it's the kind of thing where, random example pulling from the hat, there are other reasons. But essentially, let's say a case gets kind of smashed in shipment. And so we have to get ship that case, but if you open it and the boxes are fine, or 2 of the boxes are just fine, we don't want to send someone a smashed box. Or if someone's ordering 2 and we open up a case, there's just a process to it. So we don't guarantee it. If you want sealed cases, we're just not the place that you're going to find that guaranteed, even if it is likely that that's what's going to happen.
What he said.
Johan's saying, I was part of a case break where they opened 3 legendaries in a sealed case. It was insane.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Unless you're just dealing with like really unethical retailers.
Ryan's saying sealed cases are worth more than 4 individual boxes. And that's also part of it for us, not guaranteeing it, honestly, which is our intent is to serve people that want this product primarily to play with. And so the idea that, someone will be buying it as an asset to invest in isn't something we're necessarily wanting to cater to. It's fine if you're doing that. You can, live your best life, as it were. But ultimately, that's not who we're aiming to serve. Look at this. I just put these here before you switch to this camera, and look over there.
It's absolutely perfect.
It's amazing. Anyways, so that's really just not who we're trying to cater to. So that's, I can honestly say, if you're looking for sealed cases, you should just probably look elsewhere. If you would like it to maybe happen, then I think we're a great option. But if you want it guaranteed, that's just not something we're willing to do.
It's not guaranteed, but let's face it, the reality is like 90% chance those cases are sealed. Maybe 95%.
Yeah, I think 95% of the cases we've sent are sealed.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought a case of Unlimited for both the first 2 sets just today, and they're on my desk sealed as cases as they would have been delivered to an average person.
There you go.
And I did
Anecdotes
that
make the dream work.
for 2 reasons. One, my brother Tim and I are going to be playing sealed, so that's going to be a good time. But I'm also planning for anyone out there who has sealed Unlimited of either of those, interested in playing sealed over Discord. I've seen people that are like, hey, I'm playing sealed. Cool. Yeah. Anyone have packs that wants to play right now? And I'm like, I wish I had packs. So I kind of just have a reserve of packs available for such an event.
Hey, Russell House here. Great question. Any chance of more interest in the event we're running in April? So no, that event sold out. It was amazing. The reception of that, we definitely have hit something that people are into. We're always excited when that happens. But rather than kind of, adapt the plan that we had laid out and had established with us and LSS, we're just going to stick to what we've got, celebrate the success. And then in May, when we may look at doing the same kind of thing again, we'll just hopefully get more spots that we can open up front. So we're going to stay course with what we've got planned out now, and then look for more entrants as we can hopefully grow that league over month after month.
Which I'm super excited about.
Yeah,
that's soon.
Especially, can you imagine the April league? You get to play in that, and then you go into May, and Monarch has just dropped, and you get a game a week, and you get new premium.
Let's be honest, it's going to be more than a game a week at that point.
Yeah,
but even in April,
madhouse over there.
Getting together and playing with a bunch of people at the same time, like with all the spoilers happening, there's going to be an energy that I'm super excited about. Ryan Roper saying, I'm in. I have 2 sealed cases ready to play. Obsidian saying, I'll play sealed, or played sealed over Discord just last week. Evan saying, I'll play sealed with you guys. Well, hey, look, if you want in on some sealed, also it's a great time. I had a friend recently contact me who stumbled onto this game. If you're out there, Chase, hope you're doing well. But we actually have boxes of the first 2 sets just in stock, and we've had it since last week, which is amazing.
That's crazy.
I'm really excited. I think people always kind of look into the future at like when they're going to catch up to demand. But like my general instinct is that they will catch up long enough for it to be available that a bunch of people that are interested get in, and then that growth's going to return, and we're going to kind of keep oscillating between those two until hopefully never catches up truly.
Hopefully never. Always just kind of chasing so many new players that you can never fully get there. David Williford, this is a cool comment here on Facebook. Thanks for leaving that. It says, when was the last time in our lifetimes we were able to be in on the ground floor of a phenomenally unique trading card game? The game is such a gift and an opportunity. I do feel that way in a lot of ways. I feel that way about a lot of games actually right now. I feel like Sky Tier and Ashes are both really notably phenomenal entrance into their respective spaces as well. And I think it's a train worth catching on all fronts, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep. Ian, we'll definitely have to play. I would look forward to that. Chris saying I was a bit unhappy with that selling out within 3 hours of the email going out. I just want to play. The Cold 4 is nice and all, but I just want a community. Hey, here's the thing. If you're in our Discord, there's a ton of people on chat right now and in Discord period that play all the time. Even on Tuesday nights, I think a great opportunity for people that didn't get in is to hop on around 9 o'clock. There's going to be a bunch of people that are still there from having just played and wanting to hang out and play for the night. I'm personally setting aside a couple hours every Tuesday night for that event. So everyone is welcome in the community. Just that specific league offering disappeared overnight.
I would say too, like even just Tuesday, you know, post work, whenever you can get on, like there's going to be people that don't have opponents that don't show up, you know?
Yeah.
Like people are going to get busy or they're going to miss a night or whatever, and they're going to be looking for a game. So Tuesday night on our Discord, Central Time is going to be a great time to just find people to webcam up and play with.
Yeah, Chris says CST. So I didn't know this. Literally, I was this year old, me now, when I found out Central Standard
83.
Time. Central what time? What's the other one?
Daylight Time.
Central
CDT,
Daylight Time.
Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time.
So it's Central Time. Currently, it's 2:07 p.m.
Yeah.
Look up Tulsa Time.
Living on.
That's my new podcast name. Tulsa Time.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm running Arcanite. Hey, I got a proxy here. You proxying any cards? Command and Conquer, probably?
Nope.
Not anymore.
Well, we finally got 6 copies. I have all 6 in my 2 decks.
Zach bought.
That's right. I caved.
They're not going to get any cheaper.
No.
I'm
I was
afraid.
monitoring them, and they kept getting not cheaper, and I was like,
Time to buy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because also last week I played it for the first time. I played the 2 copies that we had, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. Okay, I'm going to draw my hand.
You want to even Steven me?
Yeah. Get it?
Impossible. It's odd.
Odds odd.
You
Do you want these?
Sure. Because I don't want to have to go get the others.
Yeah. They track 40 health.
Oh, what's my play? I think I go first because I can get that Sarge token and swing with the hammer. Seems fine. Give you a mulligan.
Just a mulligan.
But it's fine. Guardian, not Guardian. Warrior cold foils are the best cold foils.
Warrior got the special treatment on a lot of things.
Just look at this thing.
I mean, it is kind of like, it's like the greatest vanilla ice cream you could ever eat. It's like, it's just a warrior who's good with a sword. Like every fighting game, you want that.
Yeah, you have to have that.
And Dorinthia is great, and the whole singing Steelblade thing that you told me about is really cool, about how it like chose her or whatever.
Yep. The lore on that stuff. I really hope they get some books out for people to enjoy.
Dave asking, how do we feel about the drone ban? So you should check out our most recent podcast. We'll post it next week. We got one going up this week that is not about that, and then the one next week, we just recorded it today. It's all about that in the context of principal design, and I think it'll have all the answers you're looking for. Chase Rice here on the Facebook channel.
What up, Chase?
Here and enjoying the stream. We're looking forward to learning the game. Looks pretty amazing. Welcome, Chase.
This is a fun choice.
I'm going to be not great at Warrior, but
That's how we learn.
good enough.
Well, let's do this. It's immediately going to be weird. I'm going to generate a resource for my Seismic Sarge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend 2 on Forge for War.
Very cool.
Has Go Again and 2 costs, which are the 2 requisites.
I like
of my
that a
slot.
lot. I like that play a lot.
Then I'm going to pay 3 and play Showtime.
That's actually an ideal first turn for Guardian. I think 100%. It's phenomenal.
And let's just get a Crippling Crush and put it in my arsenal.
Just asking for a friend, yeah.
Assuming it's in here. That'd be funny. There it is. Crippling Crush. Get in it with Showtime. Then I'll put a card in arsenal. You don't know what it is.
Wonder which one that one is.
Yeah. And then these will go on the bottom of my deck after I show.
Yeah, that's a devastatingly good first turn, man. Crazy.
Mutton Chop asking a Spring Tunic a rare. It's a legendary. So it's the second rarest type of card in the game. Welcome to the new age.
All right, well, I got
Your face.
I got some business for you. You know, it's an interesting thing to attack into this.
All that armor, though.
So you're looking at 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you block with 9 just on armor?
10.
Well, that's the 9 that I was counting.
Oh,
2
2
threes
plus
and a
6.
2. So 8, and then 1 on the boots is 9.
9. Yeah.
So 9 on the armor. I don't know about that. You would get a counter on everything. You're just going to block a lot of stuff. Huh. Wasn't that interesting? Okay. I'll play. I'm going to play Sharpened Steel Red, +3 on the next attack.
Okay.
Do that again.
Wow.
+6. Yeah, if you didn't have that Forge for War, this would be fantastic. Warrior's Valor, swing with Dawnblade for 9 total coming in. 2 floating.
At 9.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hits, you get go again.
That's right.
Oh, and I have 9. Just perfectly.
Just there, yeah.
Oh, man. 2, 3, 6, 9. Cards in hand?
1.
I don't want to block with a card in my hand. That's how you get all your nastiest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure, I'll throw 9 armor at you.
All right. You did it. Block up. I got plenty of token prototypes for you. I'm going to put this in Arsenal. Go to the next turn.
What a fortuitous card. Turns out, I like that card. Showtime triggers.
He likes the card. You got a counter on these boys?
It doesn't get a counter, right?
Oh, it doesn't. You're right. Yeah. That's why it's so good with Forge.
Because I could do it again.
He can forge it again.
All right, let's do the math. This pops. My next Guardian attacks -1. If I dominate, and it cost me 6. Perfect. Bravo's ability.
Mm-hmm.
You have a white counter?
I do. I've got all these guys. I don't need go again, yeah? I'm not swinging the sword a second time.
You would need it if you hit and wanted to swing again, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That is how go again works for all of our friends out there.
Dominate, and then I will pay 6 for Crippling Crush.
All right, what is that, 11 with Dominate?
Yep.
Okay.
You have the armor.
I do.
Tristan saying no prototypes this week. We do have another set of prototypes coming in, and we're using dice this week. Just keeping it fresh, mixing it up.
1 card in hand, no money.
1 card in hand, no money.
Pommel Thread is non-existent.
Correct, right. Unless I have a miracle that I don't understand. This is also, as far as I know, yeah. Based on the card in my hand, I would have to say 0.
Okay.
Tim, I'm excited to play. We're going to do it. Mud Chop, yes, these are prototype counters that we're using. Here comes the beats.
Sure. Let's do that. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll do this. So we'll defend with 5 armor and then 8 total with 3 from hand.
You got it.
So I'll take 3, but the crush effect won't trigger.
Also, another news, I got my 2nd vaccination shot today for COVID, and ooh,
that's a stinger.
Last time, the first shot, it hurt when I tried to lift something, but now it's just like there's a general pain going on.
Just a general pain.
That was my nickname.
Just call me General Pain. Okay, back to me.
Yep.
Questions. I have no friends. Let's generate 3.
As he says, block him with the fridge.
That's right. Swing with Dawnblade for 3 damage coming at you.
2 floating.
2 floating.
Ugh.
Nothing, no reason.
I know bad things are coming. When I play Warrior, I'm just so nervous to block ever.
Yeah, it's basically what you got to learn. I'm starting to work on a theory about how to block against Warrior. I think you just do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people get really obsessed with overblocking and stuff, and that can matter. But also, you just kind of make them spend their cards. It's 3 damage every time, you know? Now, Route is kind of a different story. You got to be ready for that, but...
I'm not going to block this one. And part of it, just to talk it through, if you don't have anything, you have to give it go again to make this bad for me. So I assume one of your resources or cards is going to make you get go again somehow. But I also don't want to be at more health than you until you use Arknight. So 3 seems fine for now. So I will
Go to reactions.
pass. Yeah,
Do you have any?
You go first.
All right. Pay 1 for Out for Blood. Target weapons +3.
Oof.
6 damage.
Well, this got worse. Pass.
It resolves. And then I'll pass as well.
So I take 6?
Take 6.
Not a bad swing.
Now I could, if I wanted to, pop the bolters here, give it go again with 3, but I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
I'm a low-key Warrior player, you know. Okay, and drawn up.
Okay, let's do this. I'll generate 1 to make a Sarge. I'm going to play Red Plunder Run. This was the center of much of our conversation this past weekend. And then I'll pay 3 for a blue Crush Confidence. It's an 8 damage attack. If it hits, you're blank. And also I will draw a card because of Plunder Run.
No dominate?
No dominate. I had 2 floating. I could have dominated this.
You want to?
I don't.
You can. You're just going to pummel it instead?
What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you are. Okay. Now this is a fascinating decision. Oof. You hate to do this. Good question. Okay. Let's do 6 from hand, and then 1 on the bracers for 7. And you're coming in at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Do fridge again. Cover it up. No, wait, I'll temper that. Hold on. Can't do it. Put the Arcanine in.
All right, so you're currently blocking for
8 total.
8 to my 8. 2 cards in hand?
2 cards.
All right, let's force the issue. It's not the card we want, but it'll work. Blue Pummel, +2. If it hits you, discard a card.
All right, we're going to springboard somersault +4.
You got it. You covered her up.
Okay. Energy Potion. Generating 1 money for Warrior's Valor. +3 to the next weapon attack. Means go again if it hits. And then 1 Dawnblade for 6.
No cards in hand?
No cards in hand. 1 money floating.
So bad. All my work. Block for 6.
You got it.
You know what? I'll block for... You don't have any... You could go again. You have a resource. I'll block for 6. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
That's
I
right.
think that's right.
I'll just put this over here.
All right. 2 cards, and here we're in the sequence.
I got rid of Crippling and Pummel.
Uh-oh. I wonder what that means.
Full this is seismic props. Transparency here. I drew 3 Pummels and Crippling. And it was red, yellow, yellow, red.
2 defense cards.
2 defense cards.
Interesting.
Yeah, which was fine. It actually, math was okay, but the resource, it's the least good resource card. No blues at all makes it really hard.
It's 2 defense cards, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on a mission.
So this is the grand test. You don't have an arsenal card. So my options here, just to work through the brain sequence, I could Sarge, crack my helmet, put a card in arsenal, which means I have a 5-card hand with a card in arsenal and a Sarge token. Or I could swing with a hammer. I think I'm going to take the first option.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a Sarge token. I'm going to crack the helmet with the other resource. I'm going to put a card in arsenal. We'll see if that was a mistake.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, we're going to play blue hit and run. Next weapon attack gains go again. We're going to generate 3 to play a Steel Blade Supremacy. Costs me 1. So until the end of the turn, weapon gets +2, and when it hits, I draw a card. So it's currently swinging for 5.
And is the +1 till the end of the round as well?
The +1 doesn't count. It's only if you've attacked before. So let's just go again, and then +2, and draw a card. So currently swinging 5 with Dawn Blade, 1 resource floating, 1 card in hand.
Oh, wait. I have an extra card in my hand from the helmet.
From the helm?
Yeah.
How many 2 defenses are in there?
1, 2 defense card. Don't you worry about it. And if it hits, you draw a card.
That's right.
Does not want.
Cannot.
Might not have an option.
Yeah.
So if I do that. And that. Well. Oh.
Well, what about this?
I might have a better option. Sorry. If I do that.
It's so crazy. You have, you got 4 card hands, and all of a sudden, it's just a million options. You actually have 6 technically you're working with there.
Yeah. The most complicated of turns.
Technically the biggest Flesh and Blood turn I think I can imagine.
Only other way is
6
tome.
cards, tome, or 3 of a kind, but then you're just end your turn.
Yeah.
If it's anything like me.
So if I do that, I need the. So I may as well. Okay. Well, I'll make you prove it. I'm gonna block for 5.
Blocking for 5. That's gonna resolve. But I do have Twinning Blade, so I can attack with an additional time or target sword, which I will now do for 5. Draw a card if it hits.
Don't like. And get a counter.
No, it has a hit twice.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Cool. But that gives you an arsenal card. Don't like it.
Trying to make it hard.
Let's block for 3.
Okay, I'll pass reactions.
I'll pass. Take 2.
Yeah, you'll take 2. I got a decision to make. Okay. When it hits, draw a card, and this is when it hits, I can destroy for go again. So let's draw the card first.
Then you can decide.
And then I'll crack this for go again.
Transient
triggers on the hit.
Yep.
I'll pitch 3. Swing for 5 again.
Now you got a counter if you hit.
Yes.
You're the worst.
And a card. Just give you some looks, you know? A little test dummy. Playing against the AI.
It's turning sideways quick. I had a 5-card hand.
Whittled down like an ice block.
I can't allow it. I'll block for 6.
All right.
I can't give you the counter. I can't give you the card. It's too much.
I'm with it.
Sarge Pops, your turn. Draw back up. Hurt my soul.
Dorinthia
I'll have
Hello
you know.
got the Dillo.
Yeah. Bad news beats for me.
All right, let's play hit and run. Next weapon attack has go again. We'll pitch.
Timothy Lee asking the question, are we going to expand the armory events online in the future? Definitely possible, assuming this first one goes as we hope it does. The reaction so far has been incredible, but we have to host it before we commit to too much else. But yeah, assuming we continue that on in May, the goal would be that we could slowly increase the bandwidth over time.
I'm swinging for 3 with go again.
I don't know if I like this warrior business.
You gotta play against all this weird stuff, and they all play very differently. It's crazy.
All right.
That's right, Jordan. Yeah. So Twinning Blade basically made up for the fact that my first swing got blocked. So Dorinthia doesn't trigger, so technically you can't attack with Dawn Blade again. Then Twinning Blade gives you the ability to do so. The second one hit, which then triggered Dorinthia's ability, which allowed the third one to hit.
Yeah, 20 blade is.
It's a nice little sprinkle on top.
Yeah. I'll block for 3 and let you do your worst.
Okay. I'm gonna pay 1, react with Out for Blood, +3, and since you defend it with a card from your hand, my next attack is +1. So 6 currently.
Don't like that. Let's go unmovable. I'm at 8.
8. Yikes. 1 card in hand?
Yep.
I'm going to go to 9. Red Iron Song response.
I'll pass. Take 1.
Take 1. Dawn Blade gets its counter, its effect. So we'll go and mark Dorinthia there. And then go again. We'll pay 1. Dawn Blade swinging for 4 due to Out for Blood.
And you have the 1 floating?
Yeah, I had the 1 for the swing.
All right. Well, and you didn't hit the first time. I'm stuck on
I did
block
hit the
it.
first time,
Yeah. I'll block for 4.
Blocked.
These go away. Command to Conquer goes away. So I'm on what we call the back foot. Go ahead.
So how do we get back on the front foot? This is the warrior issue, isn't it? Okay. Pitch blue to play Warrior's Valor red. +3 if it hits, go again. And then 1 to swing with the Dawn Blade for 6.
Six, eh?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm only on 2 Twinning Blades. This is like everything that Warrior does. So anybody watching, this is what you have to be ready for, is this moment. 2 cards in hand, 1 floating, 6 damage with go again if it hits. It's kind of it's almost a poker level bluff game at this point. Do they have the reaction? They always have the reaction. They do. Strictly. So what do, you know? But if you do cover it up with 9, even the reaction probably doesn't top them, but then they arsenal, and you've lost 3 cards. It's devastating.
Not a great way out, no matter what you do. No, is there?
Mm-mm. We had kind of a flurry of activity up front there, and then sunk in.
This is a conundrum.
You just got to see it a bunch. I feel like it's like a lot of those Netrunner decks.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to see it a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Arcel? I'm glad to see you on the chat there. Arcel built the Flesh and Blood bot that we're using on our Discord channel.
Nice.
Yeah, great stuff.
So the risk is if I go all in and you can somehow Palpatine's return, get over the top, it's a problem. You know what I mean?
I so know what you mean. Yes.
We're gonna do it though. I'm gonna block with 10. I don't like that hand.
I've got news for you. This is actually quite devastating.
Yeah, if you can get to 11, be my guest.
You're blocking with 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pitch blue to play a route red.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have 2 floating. It's gonna give +3, so I'm at 9, and then I get to bounce a card. This mangle can go. I'm gonna bounce that buckling blow.
Okay.
So you're now blocking for
7.
7 to my 9.
Okay. I'll take 2.
Take 2. Drenthia triggers. Go again, triggers on Warrior's Valor. Then we'll use Brave Forge Bracers. Next weapon is +1. And then we'll pay 1 Dawnblade for 4.
Mm-hmm. I will not block.
Taking 4, I'll gain my first counter.
You'll pay for that.
And then I'll pass it over.
All right. Let's swing with the hammer for 4.
Your favorite and mine.
Yeah, Route's been one of my favorite cards since you read it to me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
nuts.
I knew it would be painful months ago.
For you. I'll block 3. Take 1.
You got it.
Okay. Boy, this is interesting. I'll pitch blue here to play a Warrior's Valor red. +3 if it hits, go again. And then 1 Dawnblade for 4, so 7 damage if it hits, go again.
Let's make a deal. Block for 9.
Good question. You got it. Counter falls off. Throw this in the arsenal.
Swing for 4.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly claw my way into something. Rickard, we have definitely played against each other in tournaments.
I'll be taking 4.
Oh no.
All right, easy turn here. Pitch 3, swing with Dawnblade for 3. Oh, wait, hold on. It's wrong. Ironsong Determination. Swing with Dawnblade for 4 and dominate. Dominate until end of turn there.
I will not block.
Got a good question here. Okay, you're taking 4.
Calling you in the morning.
I've got some reactions actually. I'm gonna do some reactions real quick.
You got it.
You're not blocking at all.
Nope. Not currently.
Passing the block entirely.
Yep. This is correct.
I'm going to go here for no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pay 1 for a red Stroke of Foresight to give it +3.
Okay. 7. I will pass.
Okay. I'm going to do that again for 10.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll pass.
Okay.
I'm going to 15. Wow.
Well, damage.
I thought you were going to say something else. At least that's what I was thinking. All right, mine.
Yeah.
Let's make a Sarge. 2 floating. And then we'll pay 7 for a Crippling Crush.
No dominate.
No dominate. You can get in there. I'm looking to steal that momentum back.
Yeah, get that mo. Get that big mo. 11.
Obsidian Warrior Sauce. Colin is saying 10 dominate for 3 resources. What?
Like playing Ranger every year. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. A 17 health lead is just not enough.
This is too much. Oof. Oof da. Okay, all right. I'll play here. Block with 3, 6. Yeah, blocking with 6, and then reactions. Got any? I'm gonna go springboard from hand for 8.
You got it.
Take 3.
Fine by me.
Yeah. Then I will pitch, generate 1 money, swing with Dawnblade for 3.
1 card in arsenal?
Yeah.
No resources.
No. Yeah, no. Colin, I do have to play against Warrior. Zach takes the reins for sometimes.
Sure, I'll block for 3.
All right, I'm going to react. You get just the most beautiful card, a blue Iron Song response, +1 if you blocked with a card from your hand. So
You got it.
I'm at 4.
Take 1.
You want chip damage? I got your chip damage right here.
I'm about to show you chip damage.
All Bravo knows is drivers.
Surge pops. I think this is still the right play. Let's create a Sarge. I have an active Sarge.
Sarge for Sarge. Sarge all the way down.
It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna play Command and Conquer for 6.
Okay. Just 6.
Yep.
Nothing fancy here. Okay. Let's block for 3 and take 3.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Pummel that.
Generate 2. We're going to get this out of Arsenal. Red Pummel. You got a 10 coming at you.
Yikes. You got me. Do I choose or is it random?
You choose. You choose. But you take 7 and then discard a card.
Okay. Give me just a second.
You good. Maybe over here drawing my card. You're thinking about your life.
So I'm going to take the damage first. With 10 minus 3, so taking 7.
You got it.
Going on to 2. And then I get pummeled. So let's see what that actually looks like. Momentum.
What up, James? Saying evening, Tuesday, folk. It's good to have everyone here. And Bun saying Dorinthy's all about that chip damage. Obsidian, I love to see Warrior play. It's super hype.
This is going to be a weird decision. I'm going to discard.
Excellent. With all the pummels I've been drawing, I'm happy I finally got to play one.
Let's see. I think that's adequate. I'll discard this out for Blood Red.
Okay.
Here's the weird stuff. Let's pop Courage.
All right.
Sword attacks are -1, so they're free, effectively.
This is the turn.
The 2-card turn of ages. Pitch to 1 for Spoils of War. Next weapon is +2 and gains Go Again.
Okay.
And then I'll swing for free for 5. And it has Go Again. The hit effect doesn't require it to. So it's going again no matter what. But
And you're going to get 2 copper tokens if it hits.
you know I will.
So it's got Go Again, and it's not going to cost you anything. And is this +2 for the turn?
No. Just a 5 swing right now.
Okay. And then...
So this floating resource is going to be a +1 from Bracers.
So it's a 4.
So it's going to be a 5 and a 4. Yeah.
Still, that's
I don't think there's any weird shenanigans.
some hot sauce.
I mean, my thinking is you probably have to block your whole hand to block both of those sequences. Now, if you block this one, technically that's not true. If you block this one, then Dorinthia is blank, and so I don't get to go again. So you should absolutely cover this attack up.
Yeah. And this is a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, technically, does that mean you should have paid 1 here, knowing that?
No, you can only do that if you've already attacked.
Oh, okay.
It's only on the second.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're learning.
Yeah.
So I need to block for 5.
Mm-hmm.
Basic.
Probably 2 cards. I'm going to try to get back over the hump, back on the beatdown. Yeah, apparently Spoils of War is worth a lot of cash these days.
It's because it's a Crucible Majestic, and it's a 3 of in every Warrior deck.
Yeah. There you go.
You can't get
Here's
it.
your problem.
Yeah. Literally, last night, Tim was saying, hey, do you have any extra Spoils of War?
Peaky.
Yeah. If we go back to last August.
You got any extra tunics?
Yeah, right? I think you broke down and bought it too. Got to. Well, this is interesting.
You know, so much says I should undo that.
All right. I've done nothing yet.
I should honestly just, I should leave
Because you know I
this
can just
up.
cover it up.
Yeah, and I should pay 1. I wasn't thinking well about that. So 1 for Spoils and then 1 to swing with Dawnblade. So it's just a 5 damage attack. That's
Gotcha.
like a fine thing.
And then to go again.
The Go Again won't matter at all because I just don't have the money.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's just a 5.
It's just a 5. Yeah.
Okay. No cards in hand either.
None. Not even a bluff.
3.
Because you could also, at this point, that's the difference. So if you pop, then you probably absolutely have to cover this up. Otherwise, you just take 5. If you think that, I mean, going down to 9, 9 is 9, you know? That's a lot.
9 is 9.
That's a lot,
I concur.
health-wise.
Well, I'm going to block some of it because I don't need the whole hand.
One of those hands.
I mean, it's the having a 4th card doesn't benefit me so much that no.
That is true. Now, Obsidian, the best point of all, you can crack Courage of Blade Hold after this is just an action with Go Again. So I already have Go Again here. If Dorinthia is allowed to trigger, I could crack Courage for a second swing for 3. It's a good question. Now, do I think I can get more out of this on a 3 or a 4 card turn? I absolutely do.
Yeah, and
I think this could be my game-winning turn, so I'm not necessarily looking to crack it for 3 damage.
yeah. Oh, I'm acknowledging that. I just have to think about this.
I think
carefully.
otherwise I'm cracking it to get 2 cards out of your hand, and that is not enough.
I think I need to play this. So that's going to cost me there. I had that. It won't matter. So let's split the goalpost on this one.
Ah,
Don't you think?
3 and an 8.
I'll block for 3.
Okay. Take 2. So now my choice is, as we discussed.
Because you're triggering there, right?
Yeah, so this automatically once per turn triggers. So I'll go again. I can hit with the Dawn Blade again at a 3. We know if you only block with 1 card, you at least any card you would block with after this is important to whatever sequence you have lined up. But I'm just fine with it. Let's just call it good. Close it out.
I had fun options.
And then you mangle it. It's like, no.
That's the dream.
No.
All right. Sarge pops.
Sergeant.
We're going to use Bravo's ability for the first time this game. 1 floating. And then I'm going to play a yellow disable.
Oh, good timing. No arsenal.
No arsenal, but that's fine. 8 damage with Dominate.
I don't know, you know? I think this is probably when I take it to the face.
Excellent. That's your option.
Yeah.
It's just damage.
It's just damage. It's just damage.
Tylen's saying, hey guys, on your subscription for Monarch, does free shipping on 3+ mean 3 or more subscriptions? So a single subscription, but you can add multiple into the same order. So if you have at least 3 boxes in your subscription, then you're going to get free shipping. It should give you the free shipping option when you're checking out if you're at 3 or more.
I'm taking 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are. What a tangled web it has been. All right, I'm gonna pitch a red to swing with Dawn Blade for 3. 3 cards in hand, no money floating.
I hate it. It's so just challenging.
It is. It's weird, yeah.
Because it's the kind of thing where I want to block for more than I need to, so that you either have to use a disproportionate amount of your stuff now to get over the hump, or to just get checked.
That's the classic warrior overblock, right? That's what we're talking about.
But if I overblock and you can get over the overblock,
what's the worst thing that happens if you don't block it?
You kill me.
So everything that pumps with 3 out of hand costs 1. So the best that I could do is pitch a blue and play 2 + 3, like Out for Bloods or something. So that's coming in at 9. So you're not dead, technically.
We're not dead yet. But that's where, like, I don't know the math on, like, is it better to block with 3, make you react? But if I block with 3, you get reprise. So I don't know how much better reprise makes the warrior cards in general.
Yeah. It's interesting, too, because I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain, I've looked through the pool enough to know.
Obsidian saying there's a +6 with a cost of 3 if they defend.
Overpower, yeah. I don't think they have anything that gives go again out of hand without your opponent also blocking.
So there's no way for you to swing again currently if I just let it happen.
I don't think there's anything in the pool. The only thing that gives go again from hand is what? Glint? And that's only if you block?
Okay.
I think it's a reprise effect exclusive. No, it's not. No, that's wrong. Glint is the thing that gives you go again from hand.
Yeah, 0 cost.
If you also have blocked, I draw a card.
Seems worse.
Yeah, that's bad.
So I will pass because of what's in my hand.
All right.
No other spoilers here.
I will glint just to give it go again.
Yeah.
If you had blocked, this turn is so good for me. It's unbelievable.
So now the best... Oh, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So now reacting into this could be really good for me.
It could.
Could be.
Could be.
Because your draw effect won't trigger, right?
Yeah.
But then you still have to get over this hump to have to swing again.
Sure, yeah.
So you have 2 cards?
I have 2 cards.
So you'd have to simultaneously get over it and still have a resource to swing again to give me the second attack.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate what I drew.
Or I'd crack Blade Hold, maybe. if I need to use both of these cards, and then I get a free swing, you know.
And that just spins out.
Oh wow, chat! Yeah, you're lighting up about Glint. Yes, you guys are all right.
I refuse to just take a downturn.
All right.
I'll take it.
Okay, so go again, and Dorinthia triggers there. So then
We're riding the lightning now.
pitch a Red Iron Song response, swing again for 3. And a counter if it hits.
3, you say?
3. Just 3. It's the number on your defense.
You have one card, no resources.
One card, no money.
So what's the worst 0 cost reaction?
Iron Song response plus 3.
For 0.
Yes. Welcome to Warrior, baby.
What madness is this?
Where everything's made up and the blocks don't matter.
Seriously. Okay. Well, I think it still makes sense for me here to block for 3.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to block for 3 and then prove it.
Yeah, I got it. Plus 3.
Okay, fine. But you had the plus 3 no matter, I had to block for you to have the plus 3.
That's right.
But you put it in arsenal if I don't.
Correct.
So, you know, it's a little this, a little that. Take 3.
Take 3, gain a counter.
Just the worst.
Yeah, it is.
Easily the worst class I've played against so
and
far.
the thing I love so much is getting these reds down at the bottom of the deck here, because I think that is going to be relevant.
It does seem decent.
Later on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey.
But you got all your fancy cards you love so much, so.
Let's generate a Sarge token. Let's pay 2 for a Command and Conquer. Not as effective as it could be, but I'm swinging.
You're just giving me damage I want to take. This madness.
Thailand, and we get that question a lot. So you're asking if we get 4 Monarch subscriptions, will it come as a sealed case? Possible, we don't guarantee it. For a lot of reasons, but ultimately a lot of the 4-box subs that we ship have gone in cases. Same with orders for like the unlimited boxes we have right now, but it's not something we guarantee.
Very likely, but not guaranteed. It's a good way to think of it. Oh, bravo. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
We're in the end game now.
It's actually strangely relevant, that move.
My 6 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Me too, you know? Very interested. It's crazy.
I feel like I've been on my back foot, I don't know, since after the first turn.
Pretty much warrior for you.
I also, I don't know if it's because I have too many reds or not, but I had weird sequencing where I drew a lot of reds and then a lot of blues. Particularly, I drew a bunch of pummels all at once. So that was the mid game for me was a certain kind of weak point.
We're in the mid game now.
That's right.
Okay, all right, I'll play. I'm gonna block for 3.
Okay. Pass.
Take 3.
You got it.
No pommel?
No. Card and arsenal. I got the Sarge and the arsenal card. That's what that turn was all about.
The old Sergeant card. Classic.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now remember, if you go to 2 or less, Steelblade Shun is the end of the game on that hammer. Defends a weapon attack, does 2 back to you.
It does 2. I thought it did 1.
Is that right? I think it does 2. I don't know. I think it does 2. Pretty sure.
I'm a sexy dinosaur saying
Maybe
I just
one.
bought a webcam
I got a lot of
today
them, though.
that's going to be delivered tomorrow. Yeah, everyone needs to get their webcams going. If you don't have any sealed packs, you should get those because I'm excited to play sealed. Playing sealed a week or 2 ago against Tim got me really excited about that again.
You're right. It does 1. So I got to have 2 of
Boom.
them. You're a master of the game.
That's right.
All right,
I'm
pitch.
over floating.
Pitch 3 there and swing for 4.
You don't?
Just 4.
You don't say.
You know, card in, card out. What's the difference?
Oh, because you got a token. Let me see this thing.
Now I remember what I built here. That's awesome, Gruder. Starting the stream now at 1.5.
For 4. See, you gotta be particular and careful here.
Now this is a situation where, yeah, if you don't block, every analysis says that you're likely to die, but that might not be the case.
Just hosed.
Yes, very Shakespearean way of losing. I am hosed.
You know, but like if I play 1 3 in, then you route me and I lose.
Yeah, this is where it gets bad. I don't really know what to tell you.
Well,
honestly, it's just bad.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna block for 6. Awesome, Tyler. Saying thanks. He ordered 4 subs. Appreciate it.
Tyler. Yeah.
Subscribers are why we can be here every Tuesday.
Okay. React for 1 with Singing Steelblade +1. So it's currently a 5. But if you defend him with a card from your hand, I can search my deck for an attack reaction card. That's a counter, technically. So I'm going to search my deck for an attack reaction card unless you don't want that to resolve somehow.
Boo.
Well, let's see here.
Obsidian says you love to see it. Thin deck you got over there, Wooly.
No, I know you've got those. You've got those. You've got what you need there. You've got attack reactions, and I know that. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
I mean, route's just the juice here, though, right?
It is the juice, yeah.
Just
and it's loose.
The juice is loose. It's unabashedly.
So I go to 8, and you go to 3.
But you don't go again, right?
No, don't go again. No, this is the moment. So what I really have to ask myself.
Kyle will burn together.
8, you go to 3. If you don't have a reaction, you're at 1, which means you're so shuntable, it's crazy. I literally will probably just mulligan until I find it. Although I think it's only on a weapon.
Well, at 1, yeah, it is. If I'm at 1, I just can't swing with a hammer.
You can never swing with a hammer. So then I just got to run you out of deck.
Yeah. Agreed.
Or I could play it cool. I could play it cool here.
Dominic saying, thanks for restocking the Arkham Undone player boards. Ordered one to try it out. Loved it, and I'm happy. I cannot wait to get a second now. Glad you're loving it. Yeah, we definitely put a lot of time and care into those, particularly Jonathan on the design front. And I got into Arkham last year during the pandemic, really. And I absolutely love all the ones I own.
You know, there's a part of me that's going to make the right decision, and then there's another part of me.
Excellent, excellent. I feel like my card game experience is 20 plus years of making you regret making the decision that makes you feel good about your life.
Yeah, you know, welcome to Marvel Champions, right?
Yeah, right?
Well, you know, you going to 1 is very tasty. I mean, you're done.
It ought to be extremely tasty, yeah.
But then if I go 8 and you go to 3, and then you react with Unmovable for 5, or the other one, the one that you always have, the Staunch for 5, and then and now I'm without, because to play the route I have to pitch this card to do it. So now I'm without Arsenal, and you've kind of stuffed that,
and you gained nothing.
And my deck is getting pretty low, and I lose the counter. So I'm gonna take the more conservative approach.
You? No.
I'm going to go ahead and rock this Stroke of Foresight for 1. It's just going to give me +3. I can put a card from my hand on the top or bottom of my deck. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I like the card.
You're at 8?
I'm at 8. 8 to 6.
I will pass.
Okay.
Take 2?
Take 2. Counter stays on. I'm going to put this in my arsenal.
All right, X-Wing players. Time on the round.
Ian Schaefer asking the questions that matter. Weren't you supposed to put in a mini basketball hoop for when you dunk on each other?
That you might be surprised at how quickly after that stream I ordered that. Seismic Sarge is triggering. -1. You ready for this?
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Red Plunder Run.
Here's the moment. The card that I've fallen out of love with.
Mangle for 11.
11, he says.
Yep. And
No
if it
dominate.
Hits, no dominate. It hits, I draw a card. And if it hits for 4 or more, I get to destroy an armor with a -1 on it.
That ain't
I'm coming for your courage.
That ain't happening.
See the head on the end of that hammer?
Yeah. Is that my head?
I think it's your friend.
That's a bummer plunder on there.
Just hopped in, but are those some prototypes for armor and stuff? Yeah, so they're prototypes for armor, and then the white ones are technically this. I should have 2 of these here. Basically, you've used your once turn action on the character.
All right, fine, dude.
0 for +3. Let me just reference our text messages.
I'm gonna block with 3.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it to reaction house.
By the way, if you had routed me, I would have the resources to dominate you here.
Oh, interesting.
So it was a little
give and take.
You'll do a little more to me, but I'll do a little more back.
Little upsy downsies.
Okay, you're blocking for 3. Currently taking 8.
Reactions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pitch 3 for a red unmovable for 7. Block for 10. You're still gonna get your stupid card because I can't find a way to get 1.
Take 1.
Taking 1.
Draw my card.
Yeah.
Put it in arsenal.
I hope it's awful.
I don't run awful cards, Steven.
I know. I don't either. But I liked... I didn't know if I should hold on and use the defense reaction in arsenal because I was worried about a big dominate attack coming up rather than pushing the route. Because I liked you being at 4 and me swinging for 4 means reprise is always on now.
Yeah. I get it.
So it's what I like. It's what I like about you. Okay, we're going to crack courage. And we're going to swing for 4 for free.
How many cards now?
2.
Mm-hmm.
None money. Oh, wait, it is blocking for 8. That's why I did that. It's +1. Get that card out of your arsenal.
Well, how do I walk this back? That came from arsenal?
It sure did. That's why I did it. That's right.
All right, so back to the other part of this reality. You're swinging for 4.
That's right. Come on in. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, it's like I knew it was supposed to be in there, but I forgot about it. Now, this is just miserable. I'm sorry that you have to go through this because, like, in-game warrior is horrible.
Yeah, I'll block for 6. No, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Block for 6.
Blocking for 6.
Still
okay.
6.
Okay. What do you got in that hand?
None yet?
Got any reactions? Hey, kid.
Hey, kid.
I'm going to react,
Mm-hmm.
as you might expect, with Glint the Quicksilver. Go again, and I'm going to draw a card. That resolve there? Any reactions for you?
So good.
All right, no reactions. So I do have go again.
Got to get that token off there.
We did crack courage, so
We're advancing the board state.
we're going to swing again for 4. No, wait, I can't. No, wait, I can't. No.
Oh, because you didn't hit. Do you want to back up?
Yeah, so it'll be the same thing. But rather than... I swear I do that all the time. So Glint, and then you pass your actions. I'm gonna keep going here.
Yeah, you got to get over the hump.
Generate 3 to play another Singing Steelblade. So now we'll go up to 5 on the attack. And I'll go get an attack reaction.
Disgusting. You ever just want to vomit?
Yes, all the time.
Dear Dorinthia, you make me want to vomit. You're the scum beneath my feet.
All right, we're going to route it.
My toes.
See if you got a reaction there.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I put the buckling blow back in there.
Which one?
The one you switched at the blue one. Put the blue one in there.
I feel like giving me more resources is actually bad.
All right, put the yellow back in
If
there.
I'm just being honest with you.
So 8 to 3.
That's it.
Currently taking 5.
I'll be right back. I'm dead. I need to play that again.
Yes. Yeah, let's do it again.
What time is it? I gotta make sure I get these games in.
Yeah, you got to get this. All right. Good first look. Good first look.
Yeah.
First game against the classes is hard.
And it's a good class.
But this class is fire, man.
It's just bonks.
I don't know what it is. You kind of, you can be really good at it or you can be okay at it.
I mean, I'll tell you what it is.
But it's good no matter what.
The ability to basically pile in a bunch of damage at the right time at your choosing.
You know, what did I say? I said, you know what? Warrior feels a lot like burn decks to me. Because you put out no risk, your opponent has to carry all the risk, and then you can react exactly according to what happened.
Yeah.
So maybe you would like it. Seeing as how you loved all of that, all of our card gaming history.
In concept, I do like it.
If this was just like the way that Fire Wizard Man played, you would die. With happiness.
Zach would be dead.
Zach dead.
DED. It feels good, but it doesn't feel hopeless. It's not like there's a lot there that you have to understand, though. You have the timing on this jazz. Actually, let me look at my sideboard.
Yeah, sideboard in. So what do you need more of? What were you running into there?
Well, you know, what I really ran into actually was, I drew literally there's a turn where I drew 3 pummels and Crippling Crush, and it was red pummel, yellow pummel, Crippling Crush, and that's like a dead turn. Because if you draw blues with any of the Crippling Crushes, that's fine because you can use your way out of it. But I kind of just had to block with a Crippling Crush and a pummel, and then I used a pummel to create a token and then play a pummel.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 5-card hand, after I used the helmet, you had your big turn where you basically forced me to use my whole hand.
With like Twinning Blade turn.
Yeah.
That's why your boy Steven on this side of the table dropped all pumps.
Yeah, but I do think that
2 defense nonsense cards out of here.
like against Warrior, I'm looking at adding Stanchion and Blessing of Serenity.
I love Blessing of Serenity because it doesn't trigger Reprise.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like if you Blessing of Serenity, the 3 damage Dawnblade swing, it's so good.
Yeah. So
I love it.
I think
you got to go 3 Blessing of Serenity.
Yeah.
That card is money
agree.
against Warrior.
I'm considering swapping out. Let me find it. You do enough of this yourself. Let me find it. Buckling Blow red. I don't need to put the -1 armor tokens on you. You're doing it for me.
You know what I've noticed? So like Brute and Warrior typically have no real hit effects. They're just doing damage, right? Guardian and Ranger are trying to land hit effects that make your opponent worse, basically. What's the Ninja? Ninja's hit effects are out of control, but they're all about you getting better rather than your opponent getting worse.
Mm-hmm. There's a star chart to draw here.
And then Wizards out there in the basement playing whatever Wizard's playing. I mean, it's they're drawing on the chalkboard while I'm over here trying to hit somebody with a staff. And then Mechanologist boosting constantly. Go again.
They're the true aggro.
We need to build up. Has somebody sent us a deck list yet? So there's like, it's weird because they are aggro, but they also, Matt's, since we haven't had really big events since then, the
control deck,
the big block everything, shoot my gun 1,000 times deck is also kind of seen to be the best constructed mech deck. Well, boy, it's been a long time since we've had an event since then, like a real humdinger. Lant Liquor. What is that? That's a commercial, isn't it?
Lant Liquor?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, though.
Yeah, it's a commercial, right? Somebody back me up on this.
Dude, how about sideboards being critical?
It's so important, actually.
Agreed.
You're so used to building a deck that can handle everything, and then you're like, wait a minute. What if I just had the cards I needed?
Yeah. Yeah. So I upped my resource curve a little bit, have some more defense reactions. is what I'm.
Well, let's run the simulation. Let's see if it works.
Even Steven?
Even Steven.
Odd.
I love not having to make that choice.
I'll go first. Choice made. All right.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's create a Sarge token.
Mm-hmm.
One floating. Swing with the hammer for 6.
Huh. That's crazy. This is insane. I genuinely don't think I can block.
All right.
Okay. Oh man. What is going on here?
What's going on?
I just drew literally just all the heat.
Let's go. Let's get out of the way early.
6? Can I just take 6 on the first turn? That's crazy.
I mean, you got armor. What else is it for?
Hit effects.
Oh, well, you know, a little this, a little that. Who knows?
This is insane.
Let's see what you got. Take 6 and let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I mean, the reality is if you didn't take 6, you're going to draw back up. So if there's anything there that really doesn't matter, it's just like a resource.
There's not.
Okay.
No, there's not. Sure.
Get down with your bad self.
I don't even know if this is right. And now I'm just scared. Okay, well, let's try this out.
What's going on?
This is absolutely, hold on a second, this is crazy. 2, okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6. Well, no, you could definitely have the answer to this. All right, Ironstone Determination, +1 and Dominate until end of turn.
I'll see. I have a bunch of armor too.
Yes, you do. Pitch a blue, play a Steelblade Supremacy, +2 and draw a card when it hits.
So you're +3 and Dominate for the turn and draw a card every time.
That's right. So now we're going to swing for 6 with Dominate, draw a card if it hits there.
Can't allow that.
Mm-mm.
I said.
My thing is you have to put at least 1 card in. Since you can only block with 5 with armor, maybe not. Unless you got a defense reaction in Arsenal, which would be quite good. But then Reprise is definitely on deck, no matter what happens.
If I have a defense reaction in Arsenal, it might not be on deck.
Then it would not be on deck. Yeah. That's correct. Oh. That would be the answer. This is the answer you're looking for. Anyone there in the chat? Did we lose chat? Yeah, we did. We lost it on YouTube. Hold on. Restream, you know, just doing great restream things.
Thank you for
being awful
service. If I do that, then I gotta do it this way. Well, I mean, I think I have to make you prove it. I will not block. You get
first reaction. Really? Not a good sign.
For who?
I have no reactions.
All right, I will. I'll react from Arsenal. Unmovable for 6.
That's so perfect. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. It's the moment. You needed it right there. Here it is.
There is a God.
It's an Arsenal. It's like unmovable is the problem here. Well, there it is. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I can't pitch a Steelblade Supremacy or an Iron Song Determination. I got the blue. If I block with the blue, I could easily not draw into the blue.
If I don't have, I mean, technically, because I have the armor, any defense reaction, like I'm not on sink below, but like even just like a sink below with the armor,
Even that's technically okay, though. If you get all that armor working off, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
They're such strong. It's like crazy in a pool of strong cards. They're so strong then.
I think it's particularly good because you also have Arcanite.
Yeah.
So that's like a bonus 2 health
It's like bonus.
for taking the damage early.
That's
Because
right.
you never got to use it last round. So, you know. Well, Sarge pops.
Yeah, I'm talking about blocking with it on the attack. Not pitching it. I say pitch a lot. We say pitch when we talk about discarding. Yeah, it's just wrong.
To use it.
We should
Use
not do.
Bravo's ability. And then I'll pay 2 for a red Crush Confidence with Dominate.
Yeah, it was this 7.
If you take 4, it blanks your hero.
That's not what I want. What's going on?
And I said, yeah. I'm doing that.
Okay, all right, I'll play here. I'll put it in here. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Which is ample. Let's go 4 here.
You got it.
I'll take 3. Who's beating who?
Looks can be very deceiving.
Mm-hmm. Now we've got questions. Yeah. Good questions. Okay, we're gonna pitch Springboard Somersault. We're gonna play Steelblade Supremacy from hand, or from Arsenal.
2 for Tuesday.
+2 hits, draw a card. We're gonna play Sharpened Steel for +3. Currently at a +5 here. Then we're gonna swing Dawnblade. for
Darth
8.
Bucket says, I'm no expert, but I think that Arcanite Skullcap might be a fake.
Dawnblade for 8.
That's it?
2 cards in hand, no money.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If it hits a draw card. Of course.
Don't like that. Five. Make them react. I guess. All right.
Deploy.
5. This hurts.
You put that card from hand in? Oh, come on in. Come on into the shark pit.
I gotta make you spend it though. Block for 8.
Oh, with a crippling crush. Oh, baby. Well, there are 2 lines of play here.
Worst thing I can imagine is a 0 for 3.
That would be great. Yeah, I don't have that.
Great. That's like my nightmare. Because then you draw a card and you have a card, so you can swing again, and it just goes bad.
So there's the high odds, low reward play, and then there's the low odds, high reward play. Let's look at it. Let's pull it open here.
All right.
So we got a Glint the Quicksilver, we got a red Overpower. So the easy play here, pitch 3, play the Overpower, +6, draw a card. Crack the Bolters for go again. Swing again with whatever the card is to generate the money for 3. It's okay.
Downside of that is that I can probably cover up that 3.
Easily cover up the 3. The
Upside of that is you do damage.
Here's
You
a
do
lot of
6.
damage. Here's the other play. Glint the Quicksilver, go again, draw a card. draw into a 0-cost Iron Song response, a 1-cost Stroke of Foresight, 1-cost Spoils of War, etc. Play it with the Overpower. If you happen to draw into the blue, now you go again on Glint the Quicksilver. You go ahead and hit the Overpower, you get another card. You don't have to crack your bolters. Other things you could look at is maybe after this swing, you crack Courage, depending on what card you draw with the Overpower, assuming hitting on the Steelblade Supremacy. If it's a really good reaction, and I think you're going to cover up that 3, which you will, maybe it's an Iron Song response or something, you crack Courage, and there it is. So there's 1,000 different ways that this could go. I'm going to take the
I have no idea what the
predictable
right choice
way. I'm going to pitch Glint.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play a red Overpower for +6.
is. Okay. So I take 6.
Take 6. Whenever this hits, I draw a card. I'm going to put it in Arsenal. I'm not going again.
Okay.
I think that's the right.
So you can basically choose whether or not to get the go again at that moment.
Yeah, both of them are when this attack hits triggers. So
Okay.
I think I get to choose the order. That's right. Put Glint on top, going back in there. And then I draw on my cards. Yeah, the problem with that bird is if you're going to crack Courage, you do it at the start of the turn. That's a really nice idea if you can totally predict exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But you often cannot.
All right, sir. Sir. This here. I'm going to generate a Sarge.
Sword would be 5 for the second attack. That's a good point, Mr. Yell. So I think that's right. So you probably pitch this card and swing again at 5 and probably pull 2 out. That's probably a better play.
Sarging?
Yeah, Sargon. We'll see what Guardian can do in response.
Swinging the hammer for 4 currently.
Swinging the hammer for 4. And then you can do the weird trick thing, right?
What trick? 1 resource open.
What trick? Let's block. Let's block for 3.
Pass.
Okay, take 1.
You got it. Arsenal.
Okay, pitch, blue hit and run to play a red Spoils of War. Next weapon attack is +2 and gains go again. And swing for 5.
Come on now.
5, go again on hit. 1 in hand, 1 floating.
Yeah. We'll try it. Block here for 5. Well, you have go again anyway, right?
I do have go again anyway.
Let's back this up. And there's no hit effect currently?
Nope. Just Dorinthia getting to swing again.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I'll make you do it. Let's go 5.
Yeah, okay, so we'll red Iron Song here for +3.
You got it. Take 3.
Take 3, Dorinthia, etc. And then pay 1, swing with the blade for 3.
3, he says.
Counter on hit.
Can't have that.
No, you can't have it.
Block for 3.
Done. Blocked.
Sarge pops. Let's create a Sarge token. Oh, what you say? Command and Conquer.
Mm-hmm. It will not hit.
None shall pass. Did we lose YouTube chat?
Yeah, I'm over here.
Officially.
Yeah. Okay. I get this. I get this. All right. What about this tasty number here? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to block with 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got it.
Okay. We'll do Iron Song +1 and Dominate. Pitch. Swing for Dawnblade. So Dawnblade coming in at 4 with Dominate. Bolters are up.
I will not block. You get first reaction.
No.
I'll take 4.
I'm gonna bolters here. Here it hits.
Go again, yeah.
Termination stays. Dawnblade for 4 with Dominate. Second attack. Counter on hit. Thank you, Chris. Chris saying the resource tokens are nice. I like them. Very helpful, actually.
Math is hard.
Math. It's just fancy ways of doing math, really. That's what we're working with here. I think why this game is so obsessive is because you always feel like you can solve the problem.
Yeah.
Even in deck building, it's like you lose something. Yeah, it's true, Kyle. It's saying the tokens seem a lot faster than using dice. The cool thing is it feels better to actually have a physical thing you're like moving around. And dice are the utilitarian dream there.
Let's approach this in an interesting way.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah.
Block for 2. Go ahead.
That's as interesting as it gets, my friend.
With the red pummel. Why not?
Well, you could have a reaction, you know?
Could. If I did, do you think I'd be doing this?
Yeah, I think what you would do, I mean, it kind of reads as a 5 defense reaction here. Because I've got a 4 swing. If you've got a 5 in arsenal, what is that even? Unmovable or something? Am I overestimating the possibilities here?
I happened to be watching an episode last night of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Wow.
My wife loves that show.
Blast from the past, man.
And there's an episode where it starts out with him telling somewhat of a white lie, a little small lie to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But it cascades into this big thing.
Classic Raymond
and
situation.
he was supposed to hang out with her, and then he forgot about it. So he didn't want to offend her that he forgot about it. But it leads to this ridiculous setup. But at the very end, she basically is deducing, starting with the last lie that was told, because it all starts crumbling. And she walks it all the way back, and his brother's just sitting there like laughing the whole time because he's like, yes, this is beautiful. And it gets down to the end, and then Raymond's response when she finally concludes what happened, it's just like, how did you solve that?
Yeah.
And that's what you just reminded me of.
And is that what I'm
doing?
doing?
I mean, it reads as a 5, but is it? Maybe I'm on the next level, and I'm saying I want him to think I've got the 5.
I mean, even if you do, you kind of need to get that out of arsenal, don't I? I'll play Out for Blood for +3. So we'll see if you got the 5. Was my thinking correct?
What are you at?
7. The fact that you're asking that makes me think you don't have the 5.
7, and you get a token.
That's right.
All right. I will react. But from hand, staunch response for 5.
Yeah, of course. That's what it was.
So
So if I pass reaction, do you do that?
I don't think so.
So really, I have to pass that reaction window because I get 2 damage and a token, or you play staunch response and I hold on Out for Blood.
So my balance there is that if I don't play staunch response, I have a way bigger turn here.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do, I stop the token.
Right.
So I just need you to give me a reason to stop it.
Right. Which I did.
Like
Which I
more
did.
of a reason.
Which is ample.
Otherwise, the value wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay.
But that is like
I think 2 damage and a token is worth a lot.
that's the hinge that Flesh and Blood rests on.
Yeah.
That exchange right there. But giving yourself the moment where
Oh, dominate. Can't do it.
ah
Here's your hinge.
oh, you did have carry over dominate. So in that case, here's what I have to do.
You have anything in your arsenal?
So I can't block with the pummel.
Okay.
So what do you do if I just don't block at all?
I saw the one floating. I'll go +3. I would pass and see if you react.
So then I would have to pay to. What was your total at the time?
4. I'm looking at 4 damage and a token. I'm gonna pass that. Yeah, for sure.
So then I have to
'Cause
react.
I'm essentially holding the. Where did it go? Oh, I played it. I'm essentially holding this guy. So that's in hand. 4 and a token.
Yeah, let's back that up because dominate matters. Um,
All the theory and dominate at the end. Tears it all down. It's the beautiful thing. Yeah. So I think if I'm swinging in with 4, you probably just out of hand that unmovable. Probably. That would be my assumption.
so I can't let you get a token. Is the story of my
I
life.
think that's the Dorinthia. But then again, like winning against Dorinthia is not something that we all have experience with. So common knowledge may not be correct if we're all losing.
All right. So I think what I have to do if I can't do that is staunch response for 8.
Oh, the full boat.
Yeah.
Right on.
That was my other lane.
Okay, then I will just put that back and then drop.
All right.
Because I can't beat 8.
Then this cracks and I can't do anything. So. go
All
ahead.
right. Okay, let's go pitch blue. Dawnblade for 3. It's the same old train. It's always coming to the station.
I'll pass. Take 3 unless you do something.
I will react with Glint to give it go again. Do not draw a card because you've not blocked out of hand.
It is the same old terrain.
It isn't it? It's always in the same freaking
All right,
station.
cool. Take 3.
All right, take 3 and go again.
Tired of this garbage.
It's just garbage. Swinging with Dawnblade again for 3, token on hit.
No dominate this time.
Yeah, you can block a 3 with any number of cards from you. Isn't that a crazy exchange?
Yes.
I bet warrior players feel so awesome all the time, but listen up, guys. This is easier. Okay? You heard it from Dad himself. Listen up, son. This is easier. I come from the school of Ranger, where we have to work 20 turns to get a few damage in, where our boots break on a 2 armor block,
Don't they?
where we have nothing.
Preach.
Nothing, man. Where our hit effects are only okay.
This is the second attack too.
Second attack, number 2. Token on hit. 1 floating, 2 cards in hand.
I will not block. You get first reaction.
Pass. Some strange noises.
Yeah, it hurts. I will take 3.
All right. Oh my gosh.
It's basically game over.
Game's over. Shuffle it up. Ah, ridiculous.
All right, kids.
What you gonna do there? Kyle Fisher, speaking Taoism. Hey, I know I can speak that language. Told me to take the path of least resistance, so I'm just gonna keep making my opponent do all of the work. That's right.
All right.
Like a branch in a stream.
Probably do this.
I don't know, Bert. I actually am very anti-additional arsenal slot in any way. But that's just me being old-fashioned and not wanting to break the fundamental mechanics of the game.
Right.
Everybody gets 1 arsenal slot, dang it. You get 4 cards, 1 arsenal slot, and all these cards block for 3. Nathan, Mech is the last deck that we need to test. We've done pretty much everything.
All right, here we go. Greatness Sarge. 2 floating. Emerging Power Red.
I love that card.
Has go again. Swing with the hammer. Currently at a 4.
Your opponent says currently, you know something's going on here.
Or I'm just getting in your head. Real guardian tricks.
A 4 hammer swing. If I don't take it, it's just fine. I'm going to declare no blocks.
Okay, I will react. Let's pay 2 for a red pummel from Arsenal. 1 floating. It gets +2 from its ability and +4 here.
Ooh,
so we're
a
at
6 damage swing?
10 damage hammer.
10 damage hammer. Hey, it ain't so. You got it. Nice surprise hammer there. Quick draw hammer. And you got +3 next turn. That was a good turn.
Thank you.
That was really
I
good.
like that when my turns are good, they're worth acknowledging.
I mean, that's a particularly good turn.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it. I didn't see a 10 damage hammer coming there.
Nobody sees the 10 damage hammer.
Maybe a 6. All right, well, imagine what's about to happen, if you would.
I'm there. We're one mind here.
Well, pitch a blue, swing for 4. That's all.
I will not block it.
Michelle, you don't discard on the weapon. It's different.
I wish.
It's only on the
my
card.
goodness.
If it was on the weapon, it'd be so good. It'd be crazy.
I
would not be able to believe it.
I would never swing with anything but my hammer.
He's just like, yes, this is too good.
I would run none attacks except Crippling Crush because it's that good.
I'm going to react with a Stroke of Foresight for +3 for 1. Pass to you.
You're at 7?
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
React +3 for 1.
10?
10. Not a hammer, but it's a lot of cards.
I feel like it was so much easier than my hammer.
Like all the greatest tricks in the world, 10 damage.
Whoa!
Whereas like 10 damage. I play my cards and it makes 10. The end. Don't you see?
It's true. It's true.
That's all it takes.
You don't have to go again.
No. I'll just keep playing +3s, honestly. More on the way.
Well, I've got to use... I'll just pass.
If I do more of that, would you say you're more likely to play a defense reaction if you have one?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm inclined to do anything except get beat.
All right, I'm gonna pitch 3 and play a red overpower.
Get out of here.
Just +4 there.
Oh man, if I had blocked, it would have been so bad. So you're what, a bazillion?
Yeah, 14.
Jiminy.
It was all such a strategic bluff.
Yikes.
Overpower is a little that was a little greedy.
I will
Garbage should leave that in Arsenal, but
pass.
all right. Pass on.
Take 14.
Yeah, it's cool.
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 This pops +3. Aren't we cool?
I don't know, man, you know? I don't know.
Sarge pops.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 1 for another Sarge. Let's go 2 for Dominate. Let's play a blue Buckling Blow, which is going to be a 9 damage Dominate. If it deals 4 or more, I can put a -1 armor counter on something.
Okay. 9 damage. What can I do in return? He asks. Nice. We're at that stage of the game, aren't we? You have how many cards in it? 1? Okay, no pummels?
No pummel time.
No pummels. No pummels.
Pummel's a hard card to pull off.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work, which is fortunate. It needs to take work.
This is fine. Yeah, you got me.
All right, take 9. Put an armor counter there.
Mm-hmm. I guess I could have blocked with
This
that.
goes enough. Well, if you block with that, I'll put my armor counter here.
It's true, but it really does nothing. It's got
Doesn't-
temper. Put on the Arcanite. You put on the Skull Cap. It's fine. It's fine.
Are you ever gonna have less health?
No, never.
Unlikely. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed.
But you take 14 and you do 9 in return, yeah? That's not enough.
No, that's not how that
That's
works
not
out
right.
for me.
All right, hit and run blue. Next attacks, go again. Pitch a blue and play, your favorite of mine. 4 damage swing coming at you.
Card's name?
2. 2 cards, 2 money.
Block with 3.
All pass reaction.
Oh, because it says go again.
It does. Do it again. Block on.
It's fine. Take 1.
Yeah. Go again. +1 for the bracers. And swing for 5. Brave Forge bracers. Ding. The power of the wrist.
Block for 3.
3 to 5. You take 2.
Call me in the morning.
Okay, good questions, good questions, good questions. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. You got 2 cards in hand there. I'll pass reactions.
Okay, now that you've done that, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a window to play instance after I pass reactions
Yeah.
so that you can't hop back in?
No, there is not. The only priority window is reactions, and once both players pass, it goes right to damage resolution.
But I can play an instant right now.
Absolutely. It's essentially like a reaction in this window.
But then you still can't.
I can respond. Yes. I had to learn that for like Feign Death and Bonehead Barrier and those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will play Red Blessing of Serenity.
Right on.
Prevent the next 3.
Okay. So -3 to this attack.
Yeah, I'm basically at 6.
Okay. It's a little worse than that, maybe 5. So I'm swinging for 2, basically. Or prevent the next X, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right. Let's pitch and let's route that forge back into your hand there. So 8, and you block the next 3.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Take 5.
And take 5. I'll gain the sweet, sweet counter.
Do not swing with the hammer.
Do not seek the treasure. Yeah, Spurks, that was my second attack.
Hard.
Warrior, man. Warrior. What is even... We're going to have to get a lot better at Warrior. It's really good.
I'll create a Sarge token, then swing with the hammer for 4. Kill me.
Don't have it. But I would love to.
You always love winning on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's a real gotcha moment.
Feels good. There's probably no way that
You just take 4.
Yeah, you take 4. Okay. Courage of Bladehold. Let's pop that, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
Deal 5 damage.
3
Sword.
for 5 for free. You know, why not?
Yeah.
Since we got it. 4 cards in hand.
Block for 6.
Okay. All right. All right. Good question. Blocking for 6. Okay. I have some reactions. Pitch a blue to play Stroke of Foresight for 1. So I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to put a card from my hand on the bottom of my deck. So currently 8 to 6. Back to you. I'll pass it over.
Red Blessing of Serenity.
9. Singing Steelblade. Go get any reaction that I want, because why not? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's definitely next level.
It's the kind of thing that it's about losing to it over and over and over. We're gonna get that route, and then we'll pitch this to play it. So technically, that's all gone. Yeah, whatever you want.
Then I die.
Yeah. 6, 7, 5.
Well, that's something.
Well, isn't that something? All right, what do we do against Warrior? How do you beat Warrior? Who's got the goods?
Well, it just might not be Guardian.
No, you got it. There's got to be a way. You can't just lose to things. We don't allow it.
I don't know. I'm looking at technically Red Staunch is pay 6, block for 10.
You pretty much got to always have. You pretty much always have to have a defense reaction in your arsenal.
Yeah.
It doesn't trigger a prize. blocks the initial Dawnblade. A block for 6 out of Arsenal is killer against Warrior. What does that? Staunch and unmovable?
Staunch is only 5 at blue.
But yellow 6?
Yep, and red 7.
Dang.
Dang.
That's relevant, man.
Yeah.
I think if you have at least 6 block for 6 out of Arsenal cards, that's a good start.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever win against Warrior.
I mean, I also
With
think
Ranger.
actually playing I never had it at a time where I could actually play it, but the, what's it called? Stonewall Confidence. Super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Because
All your stuff's blocking for plus X.
plus X. I think the yellow actually becomes important. Plus 3 makes all your 3s 6s.
You have to sideboard in those yellows against Warrior, don't you?
But I mean,
okay, let's see. What's going on? Let's take a look. Let's pull out here for a second and take a look at our friends. Hello out there.
Bird says you have to stop them from triggering Dorinthia's passive. Of course, you have to learn when to just take open swings to stop attacks or stop stacks or attacks.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like the Marvel Champions thing. Where it's like, well, the thing that you lost to that time is the thing you should start doing, but then you lose the other thing. Because like, if you're trying to defense react to prevent them from getting their triggers and also take cards out of their hand, you cannot do both of those things.
Yeah, because like, if you defense react, even with an unmovable, it's 3 to spend the card. So technically, if you get it in Arsenal, it's good. Because you can use the Arsenal card and pay 3 and still have 3 cards left.
You have to kind of, it feels like you have to kind of slowly build to that, then stuff them, but and then have a 3-card turn.
If I block with that and then you have another plus, like a 0 for 3,
yeah,
you get around it anyway.
Well, the one, you can't, the 0 for 3 only works with reprise.
Got ya.
So the only things are 1 for 3s that don't care if you've blocked from hand or not. Which is fascinating. And maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is the classic block with everything. Block with 9 on the first Dawnblade swing. Swing with hammer. Block with 9. Swing with hammer. Block with 9. Swing with hammer. That's possible.
Well, block with 9 unless you can get a defense react and Arsenal. But it also makes me, Warrior specifically, I think 6 is obviously the magic number. Because your sword plus any plus 3.
Yeah.
So like staunch blue is not necessarily correct.
Right.
Because it's cost 2 but only blocking for 5.
Yeah, you got to block for 6.
So you may as well be blocking for 6.
So yellow staunch, blue unmovable is 6 from Arsenal. That's good. That's a good card there.
Yeah.
Do you want to play Warrior?
Sure.
Why don't you play Warrior?
Yeah.
Because it helps to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just comes down to like specific tactics and specific cards to get around it. Whether or not it's enough is a question, but we can try that.
It's a good question. Let's give it a shot. And I'm going to play... I think Brute would do pretty well. I'm going to try this Ranger build against it because I just want to see how bad that is. You know, we're in the phase of testing now where we're like actually get to take it seriously. And we you know your deck's going to lose against some things. So it's the refining process there. Okay. Grapplers. And I'm actually dirtily enough that this might work. And I'm gonna swap. I gotta see where my deck landed last. Actually, no, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think that's right. We'll just call this good.
Unwound, the Keyforge supplemental token set, we eventually took it away. Just lack of sales and interest in the set eventually. Seems like a lot of the players that wanted it got it and then moved on. Spurk saying, how you liking Fab overall? I'm loving it.
It's crazy good. I haven't been here with a game in so long. It's good to be back. Sleep Dart is very relevant against you, Dorinthia. You cannot let that hit. Yeah, Okay, so I will sideboard one of those in at least, just to give myself a shot.
Kyle, yeah, I know a lot of people freaking out. Or you made the Sweet 16 for the first time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that. It was really cool. Kind of following.
Yeah. First time they've made it that far, and also the second ever 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16. Pretty cool.
And then we'll pop out the yellow.
See Obsidian?
There might be a case on this one for Feign Death. Where you take that first Dawn Blade and then you just feign the second one.
I think you have a lot of really good answers, actually. You have
Ranger's got weird sideboard answers to things.
Well, you also have like the defense reaction that loads another defense reaction.
Yeah.
And then you can also blank me. So like there's a lot of weird ways to make it painful for you. But that's where like looking at Guardian, the two things that it does better than anyone else or well is it can block a lot. But the like big defense reactions.
Yeah.
So that's got to be the answer.
You gotta have the sixes, yeah. I think you've solved. I mean, I think it's solvable.
You also have to put pressure on their hand, if you can. So in that case, though, I think it's literally just block for 6 where you can, pressure when you can't.
Yeah.
Mix and match.
Block for 6 with the reaction, otherwise block for 9 and hammer, probably. That seems right. I mean, that really does seem right. I think this is a game more than any game that I played where like you can't just have your deck do what it wants to do. There's not really, that doesn't really even exist. Your deck is playing differently against every class.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the beauty of CC, honestly. Okay, so we got these. We've got our boy Crosswrap, of course. We got our boy Redliner, my favorite. And let's get to it.
Even Steven?
Even Steven.
Even Steven. You want first or second?
I never know, and I hate deciding. I just roll it off.
This is weird.
I need to just come up with an easy method for knowing. I mean, I have Dominate, but I don't have Crosswrap first turn, so it's totally blind. But it's a fine shot to take on the first turn of the game, I reckon. You land a hit effect. You block with 1 card. I think Ranger goes first.
I like going first with Tunic, just generally.
Yeah, I've solved it. Ranger goes first. Bird says go second against Dorothea. So what's the logic? I need the logic.
John Jensen saying, how can I see the Guardian deck list that was just played? We should really start posting our decks on that account.
We've said that for about the past 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But this is the secret tech, though. You know, you don't want to...
They were playing publicly.
Playing it publicly, you know. But
the other thing is our decks are changing so much. It's not like Champions where it's like, this is a deck I'm using for a while. It's like every week my deck is dramatically shifting.
Yeah, it changes, doesn't it?
Bird says, I hate giving Warriors extra digs into their deck, my reasoning.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Ranger with Redliner, throwing an arrow in, triggering an Azalea to blind, if you hit the Dominate, you do 4 or 5 Dominate first turn, they mulligan 1 card. You get a Tunic counter, you probably land a hit effect. I think that's totally fine. Okay. Here we go. 4 cards. A fateful 4 cards to start the game.
Party on, Wayne.
All right. Well,
let's see how this goes.
I don't know. I feel like
I think you got tools. I just think you're very comfortable with this deck.
That's the thing. Yeah, Ranger's just a interesting class. It feels like it has answers to everything, but it's not good against... Well, isn't that really the jack of all trades thing? Aren't all Rangers? That's what we're in, like, role-playing games, too.
Yeah. Never useless, but never quite fully useful.
Okay, let's go... Yeah, I'm going to take a crack at it here. Let's go Redliner here. Go Azalea. To the yellow salvage shot. So that's dominated. And then let's pitch to do 4 with dominate. If it hits, it goes to the bottom. I think that's a fine opening turn.
No, it's fine. Definitely fine. Fine.
Poking at you.
There's one world in which Dorinthia also just blocks everything forever against this. I'm not going to do
That's
it.
true. I mean, you can go. I mean, the thing
I definitely
is,
don't want Salvage Shot going back.
well, every arrow is 4 or 5, so like every turn is 1 or 2 damage is my logic.
Yeah.
And so I need about 18 turns. I've run the simulation.
Definitely gonna block with 3. Now I don't have to be as nervous to block anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're gonna feel like playing on expert with Marvel Champions today with
Yeah,
Warrior.
it's like, oh wait, this is easier. Let's go. Let's get the boots in there so I just get them
cool.
out of here.
It's coming. Goes to the bottom, and I'll put 1 in Arsenal, and it's gonna be this one, and I'll pass it back over.
Okie dokie. Let's pay 1. Swing with the Dawn Blade. 2 floating. Don't worry about it.
I'll pass.
So you're not blocking.
Nope.
We will play Glint.
Pass.
I'll pass. Hits for 3. It has go again. Dawn Blade for 3. What is happening?
Pass defense step.
Okay. I will pass my reaction.
Pitch for Feign Death. Next time I would be dealt damage, prevent it.
Okay. I will pass. No reason to dive into that.
No reason, that's right. He's dead. Quit shooting it. Okay, cross wrap. I'm going to show you a Sikkim shot and opt. I'll leave that on top. Get my tunic.
Bird says warriors are really just better ninjas.
I'm going to pitch a yellow to play Sikkim shot from Arsenal. 4 damage, go again.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I will not block.
Take 4.
Got it.
Or Redliner, Remorseless.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 1, Remorseless for 5 coming in. Red Remorseless.
Let's block for 2, 5.
You got it.
Does not want.
No Remorseless, thank you. Nice.
All right. Sharpen Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3, go again. Then I will pay 1 for a Dawn Blade at 6. 2 floating.
Dawn Blade at 6. Okay.
These boots were made for walking.
That's right. No go again currently.
None currently.
But you got your bolters there.
I do. Plus a card in hand, plus 3 resources.
Mm-hmm. Good questions. Really? You know? I don't see any reason to bother. I'm going to throw the
old boots?
The boots in, man. You can swing at my boots. And I'm going to pass reactions. Or I guess you would go first on that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's Kraken time. let's just pay 1 for a Stroke of Foresight for +3.
Nothing in arsenal or nothing
1
in
arsenal, 1 resource.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to break out of the chain here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I sure do.
Well, you know, it could go bad, but it's okay. I'll react with take cover from hand, and I'll put this in my arsenal. Any reactions?
Not currently. 6 to 9.
Passing.
Okay, you're gonna take 3.
Taking 3.
Decision time. You can just take 3.
Okay. Tunic up. Take my 3. Cross route. We'll leave that there. Okay, let's do Yeah, that's fascinating. Ugh.
John's saying, do we know if we can switch decks between the TC Armory League event? You can switch decks, definitely.
You know what? I'm going to opt that down. I think we can do better. Ravenous Rabble. Red Salvage Shot showing up. It's going to be a 4 damage attack. We'll go again.
This could be spicy. I won't block.
Okay. Good questions. Good questions. Good questions. Let's go ahead and Azalea. Daddy bay. Now we got a 5 damage dominate. Now let's think about this for a second. You got a 4. Now there's going to be a million different ways that we're going to need to do this over the course of a turn. But a 2 and a 3 from hand is just aggravating. So I could pop bracers to make it a 7. Or I assume it would be a 7, at least a 6. And then at least you've got to spend 2 gears. Boy, howdy. I don't think now is the time. I just don't. So we're going to swing the old salvage shot there. We're going to use the Tunic resource to do it. Hold 1 card in hand.
Block for 5.
Okay. All the boots in Casterly Rock.
Good thunk. I got to use those, like, courage up if I want to use it.
Put that in the arsenal.
I want to use Arcanite while I got the chance to do it. All right, well, it's time for the old Warrior's Way. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Warrior's Valor. +3.
Is.
If it hits, it gains go again. So let's just put it in. Let's go Steel Blade Supremacy. +6 or +5 total. If it hits, I draw a card and it has go again. And then I'll pay 1. Downblade for 8.
How many resources you got floating?
None floating. 1 card in hand.
1 in hand, 1 in arsenal.
You got it.
And Downblade for 8, you said?
Yep.
Let's...
John, you can't hit 3 times with Downblade as long as you have 20 blade.
let's block for 6.
Okay.
And then your reactions.
I will pass currently.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on a second. We're going to rewind that. So you're drawing on hit.
Yeah.
Okay. We're blocking for 9.
There you go. So now I will react.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 2 for route from Arsenal for +3. I'll bounce.
Give me all that back.
Probably this one.
Okay. So 6 to 8, 9, 10, 11?
11. Yeah.
That is good.
Okay.
Taking 5.
I'll draw a card. And this is till the end of turn. This is the next one. So there's still a 2 floating.
He's got the 2.
That's what is happening. I used that. That's what I was. This is the card I drew. Got it. Card's name?
2. Get through the armor. Rule number 1.
Obviously, trigger guard. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so that wasn't good.
I'll assume that's always the case.
I mean, what are the odds? You've got 2 3s in hand, right?
I built that deck almost to make that forever the case. Yeah.
All right.
Almost.
I guess we force it. I'll pay 1 here for +1. And I'll pay 1 to swing Dawnblade for 6.
Okay.
And if it hits, I draw a card.
Yeah. I'm going to block with 3, go to reactions, block with 4.
You got it.
Over to me. Here's the tunic. Cross wrap this guy. I'm going to Azalea. This is that one. This is a 0 card hand, actually. And then we'll Ravenous Rabble for 3. I got a Feign Death coming up.
He's ready.
3 coming at you.
Interesting.
You're right.
We do that.
I agree, Bird. Bird's talking about, and actually the whole chat's talking about the in-person play being so much more about like body language and like poker style. It really is. It's amazing. So fun. It's not nearly as mechanical.
Yeah, that's why I like webcam over TTS as well. You get a little bit of that.
You get a little bit. TTS obviously has none of it.
Yeah.
Webcams.
0. Okay. Well, let's swing for 3. My fingies.
We'll pass.
Okay. It'll do 3 damage.
Okay. No go again or anything?
Nope, nothing fancy.
I caught him. 3 damage warrior turn. This guy's a scrub.
I mean, that is what was presented to me.
Go with the one that brung you. Okay, let's do Redliner. For
These cards are obnoxious.
red in the ledger. I'm going to destroy bracers, reveal the top card. It's a red headshot. So it's going to give +2 to the next attack. Good question here. A dominate 8 or a non-dominate 7 with a hit effect that you actually care about. Let's go ahead and use Azalea. Take it while we got it. Headshot in. And then we'll pitch headshot for 8 with dominate.
Okay. Let's do the math.
These boots were made for breaking. That's just what they'll do. Pile driver. Got a reader. When did we first make that joke that we've got a reader joke? Was that Marvel Champions?
But it's funny. It's funny.
It's just me trying to make you react on stream for 4 hours is basically what we're into here.
Yeah, at some point you get to that layer of the conversation.
Hey,
Hey, kid.
hey, man, say something. Hey, with dominate, who wants
I
it?
just don't know.
Just take it all. Who needs it?
Might be the answer.
Take it all. Swing back.
I'll block for 3, take 5.
Got it. Throw this in the arsenal. Pass it over to you.
All right. Let's pay 1. Spoils of War.
Oof.
+2 and go again. I'll spend my other resource. Swing with Dawnblade at 5.
Dawnblade at 5, he says.
If it hits, I get 2 copper tokens. You watch out.
I don't have any cheeky cash-ins on that one. I will pass my blocky phase.
All right. Go ahead. Do whatever you're about to do. I'll pass.
Reaction can be a pitfall trap from Arsenal. No reprise. Block 3 and take 2 unless you spend 1 money.
I'll take 2.
That's like half of my turns. The best thing I can do is 2 damage, so doing it on a reaction is amazing. Over to you.
I'm at 5 still. I'll pass.
Pass again.
Okay. Take 2. It has go again.
Take 2. 2 to 2.
2 to 2. Let's pay 1 for a Dawnblade at 3.
No blocks. You get the first reaction
Pass.
if you want it. Play the Sahir Feign Death.
The devil. Put this in arsenal.
Okay.
Both of those have been good.
I'm dead. Get away from me. Calling my mom.
I'm fake dead.
Okay. We don't have a cross wrap here, do we? Tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas. I'm going to redliner Searing Shot here. Red. And then I'm going to shoot it for 4. No dominate. If it hits, you lose a life.
Oh, it's block for 4.
Okay. Put this in the arse.
Still funny.
It's just so good. Especially because you can say it like once a stream.
Yeah, you get one good one. I'm with you on that. Mm-hmm.
How. Are people going to start saying that in person? They're going to call the Arsenal the Arse? I think we should do that. Can we all agree to do that?
I will agree right now.
Let's make a culture of it already.
All right, let's play Iron Song Determination. +1 and dominate. Swing with the Dawn Blade for 1. So it's at 4 with dominate. Don't worry about it. Rooter says I've already started.
Yeah, we're doing
Barry
it.
says we're doing it now.
Very nice. I'll pass my defendies.
I'll pass.
React with a Sink Boy Red from Arsenal for 4. I assume it resolves.
Yep.
This on the bottom.
I'll pass.
I promised myself I would not blind Azalea this time. This game.
Yeah, here we are.
Let's give you something you got to block here. Let's redliner a yellow Sleep Dart. Oh, the questions. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Believe in it. Trust your feelings. I'm going to tune it a 4 damage yellow Sleep Dart at you. Blanks if it hits.
Blanks me.
Particularly good for Dorinthia, yeah. She hates sleeping. Well, Kevin, it was a Nalgene water bottle. Well, there you go. Official sponsor of the stream, friend of the show. Nalgene water bottle is made in the USA, 100% HDPE food grade plastic. Go up to 48 ounces, 1,400 milliliters for our friends in Europe and the rest of the world. That uses a sensible system of measurement. All sorts of colors, trail models, and soon-to-be gamer models coming to you from teamcovenant.com. Working with our rep right now. Just inked our $600,000 promotional deal.
Yes, indeed.
Nalgene water. Hydrate your brain.
I won't block. Take 4.
Ooh, that's tasty.
I'm blank.
Well, I think we got a big old Dawnblade swing coming up, if I had to guess. 1 in the arse and 2 in the hand.
I always said that. 1 in the arse is better than 2 in the hand.
Oh, man.
Lord. Okay.
Sponsorship pulled.
Yeah, it's gone. It's all right. We're having a good time. All right, let's sharpen steel. +3 on my next attack. Let's pay 1. Swing with Dorinthia. It's at 6. 2 resources floating. It's a party.
Pass defense. Go into reactions. You get the first response if you want it.
I'll pass. Seems smart.
Pitfall from Arsenal. Spend a money or take 2 damage.
I'll pay 1.
Okay. Blocking for 3. Back over to you.
I'll pass. Maybe. Let's actually put the pressure on. I'm going to play 20 blade. Here.
That's not a reaction.
Attack reaction.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I always thought that was just an action. Okay.
I have to do it in the chain.
Okay, hold on a second now. Hold on a second. You still don't have go again, right? So you're looking for bolters here. So it needs to hit.
It does need to hit, yeah. Can you stop it?
Yeah,
You can't stop it.
I'll respond here. You're at 6?
I'm just telling you, there's no way you're stopping it.
I'll play a Fate Foreseen to block for 7. Opt 1 here. You know, I think I'm going to leave that up there. Yeah, I'll leave that up there.
From Arsenal, I'll react with an Iron Song response.
Okay.
+3.
Currently at 9?
Mm-hmm.
I got to take cover from hand here. So total 11. And I will put this in the arsenal.
Mm-hmm. How bad do I want it?
My hope is that even if you react, you can't swing again. That's what I'm trying for. That's the hope of the
You're
traps.
oppressing me. So I'm going to pay 1 for seeing Steelblade.
You're oppressing me.
So +1, and you've defended with a card from your hand. So I search my deck for an attack reaction and banish it face up and play it.
Take that out of here. It's gonna be the Iron Song response, I assume. Man ain't got no money. Pocket full of shells.
You can also glint.
You could glint. Yeah, glint's not bad here. Get to draw a card.
Which gives me go again, and also the resource to do
Should
it
be the
without
resource.
cracking the bolters.
Mm-hmm. But you still have to hit. Don't sleep on that.
Hit what?
You get the attack.
The second one.
No, the first one. I'm currently at 8, 9, 10, 11.
But glint gives me go again even without hitting.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'd have to hit. No, I would draw a card because you've already defended with a card, technically.
Yeah, that's true. You would just, this attack wouldn't hit. So you wouldn't get the counter, I guess, is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then swing for 3 is okay, I guess.
Or I can pump for 3 more, which puts me at 13.
I just have a card in hand, too.
Yeah. Which, if it's another defense reaction, I had no chance of hitting this round.
Probably a 3 defense card. What's up, Michael Nicholson? Saying, hey guys, thanks for the streams. Finally able to sign up for the Blitz subscription this morning. Also, thanks to Robert for getting back to my email on where I should start with all this. That's great, Michael. Hey, thanks so much. It's a pleasure. It'll get easier to start once Monarch hits. We're in a tough spot right now.
Now, the best thing would be glint into something I could play for free.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. That's kind of like the problem I had. I mean, the odds are not great, but
I'm
there's
just
a
gonna
reason you got blue Iron Song responses.
I'm gonna get Iron Song
Red?
red, and then we'll go +3.
Okay. I got Passy Wassies over here.
All right, I'm at 13. To your what?
13 to 11.
So you're gonna take 3, and I have to decide 2. And I have to decide.
So Twinning Blade is in effect. You do not currently have Go Again. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. But I can basically pop the bolters, pop courage, swing with the sword at 3, but you have a card in hand, and you have armor, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to block with my Tunic or my Cross Drive, though. I hate to spoil my fun, but...
That's okay.
All right, Tunic on. We're going to use Azalea, because we know it's there from the Fate Foreseen, into the Yield Endless Arrow, and we're going to play it with Dominate for 4. David, it's really just Zach and I that are, you know, really diving in because of the stream. We get to dive into these games. I think Jonathan and Robert are very interested. I just think they have time right now. And COVID is still a thing, right? So we're just kind of waiting.
There's a way to do this that's better.
Never. It's endless.
gonna block for 3. Take 1.
Yeah. So this goes back to hand. And then I'll throw this in the arsenal.
Nathaniel's saying, do you have to sign up for a subscription for Blitz Intro decks, or will this be available after they are out? I don't know. All I know is the stuff we know we're getting is on the subscription, and if we're out of stock of that, then who knows? It depends on what supply looks like, and how many people order them and whatnot. All right, mine?
Yeah. What's up, Original Twitch?
Let's play Warriors Valor for 1, 2 floating, pay 1, swing with the Dawn Blade for 6.
Pay him.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
1 resource, 1 card.
Nathaniel Monarch comes out end of April. I think it's the last Friday of the month. It's like the 30th or something.
Block for 6.
Yeah.
Don't tell me my business. Here we go. Cross wrap. Let's see what's on the tappity top. Azalea.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, man.
Red hamstring. Let's pitch a salvage shot red to dominate 5 hamstring shot red. She's shooting those arrows.
One thing we know.
The god of love.
Let's go. I won't block. You get first reaction.
None.
Let's go springboard here. Sink below blue from hand.
Oof. I built that deck for against Ranger right there.
And then
You did it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
2 cards. All right, fine. 1 in the arsenal there, and the rest is history.
1 the arse.
1 in the arse. An absolute classic.
All right, let's play Red Warriors Valor.
How did I know?
+3. Pay 1. Swing with the Dawn Blade. We're at 6. Come and get it.
1 and 1. That's actually an okay spot, honestly, isn't it?
Just stop playing defense reactions.
Well, I got to do something. Ranger has to.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all we have.
I'm not offended by it.
Our boots break at 2 armor, Zach.
Hey, it's better.
You literally wearing more armor than I see, that I could even imagine. Look,
You could run Skullcap.
You've got 6. This is the only.
I'm just saying you could run Skullcap.
I think you can in Death Dealer, actually. Hot take.
You mean the one everyone says is better?
Yes. Oh, that old thing. You know, I don't know. You got no go again, right? Oh, you do on the Warriors Valor.
I sure do.
It's not what we want.
It's built in.
It's not what we want at all.
Nathaniel, those blitz decks are a great way to play the game. It's kind of like making it a LCG almost.
All right, dude. Let's block for 6. You got it.
Iron Song Response +3.
Fate Foreseen. Block for 4.
You got it.
And this. This will go to the bottom. Tunic up. Ravenous Grapple.
2 in a cup.
Remorseless on top. So swinging for 4 would go again.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Just a little 4.
Let's block with 3. Take 1.
Okay. Use Redliner. Red Salvage Shot under. Use Azalea. Remorseless on top with Dominate. Tunic to shoot. 5 with Dominate on that Remorseless. No defense from Arsenal, which you don't have. But it will be -1 life every time you do an action next turn.
Pay 1. Steel Blade Shot for 4.
Okay.
Pass. Take 1.
Take 1. We'll leave that out there.
I'm going to put this in Arsenal.
Wait, I'm on the beat down now.
Well, when you play that card, it's just
I
a
can't
pass
do
turn.
anything with it.
Or I can't block for 5. Let's just pass. This is the thing with your deck, though, right? All the arrows. It's like me giving you 4.
Pretty even keel around here, honestly. What's up, John Jensen? Hey, this is great. I'm glad it's very nice to say. Honestly, really impressed with TC. Bought a box of Vulcan Wraith and Arcane Rising. Shipping was so fast. Came with a nice note and pulled a legendary out of each box.
That's a good
Guaranteed.
day.
Every box has a legendary from old TC.
That's what I heard.
Redliner, Red Ridge Rider shot into the arsenal. Allows me to opt for 1 when you go in there. Oh, I don't want to blind Azalea myself. No, I do not. But I really want to, you know?
You can't have a 4-card hand that just fizzles.
It's Faustian, you know? I want to make the bargain. I want to make the deal. Purge Croppers are not a must include, John. No, it's just 2 armor. You could run the Iron Rot feat and be basically the same.
Or the go again on a 1 cost or less.
Go again on 1 cost or less is fine. That would help me here, but you know, the armor helped me otherwise. Oh, let's see, 1822. It's not worth it. Okay. But maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The odds are so good. They're so good. I'm gonna opt this down. They're so good. I mean, they're so good.
At worst, it's a defense reaction Arsenal. Right?
Yeah, it's the best. It's
like the worst thing that can happen.
It's the worst thing that can happen. There it is. Yellow hamstring shot.
You'll hammy.
That's right. Pitch and play a yellow hamstring shot with dominate for 4.
For 4, which is technically a 5.
No, this is the additional money to play the next thing that you do.
The first thing I do.
Yeah, first thing you do. Huh. Specifically, first attack during your next turn. So your Dawn Blade would cost 2. That's amazing, only 1 potato. Why only 1? Cracked the greatest unlimited boxes, picked up Welcome to Wraith, got a Tunic. That got me to pick up a box of Arc, got a Teclis. Then decided to go for the back-to-back-to-back and got a foil and non-foil E-Strike. Beautiful.
Jiminy Christmas.
Beautiful.
Well.
Taking your money.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Yeah, I still got about a half deck there, and we're about half through your life, so I think we're okay.
Yep.
Yikes.
Agreed, you're okay.
Yay.
I guess technically. Just doing math, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Numbers. Large numbers, small numbers. Maybe some medium numbers.
There it is. I'll take 4.
Leave this out. Did you take 4 because you knew you had to pay an extra 1? Just tell me the arrow's working. Listen to the arsenal.
Well, what I was actually judging is blocking with a card and this armor.
Oh, and killing it?
What these 2 resources get me versus the cards I'm using.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going for the gusto here, so we'll see if it works. So I am going to take an action and pop my courage.
Okay. He's finally popped his courage.
We need courage, man.
So that first somebody still cost you 1.
Still 1.
Yeah.
But the second one only cost me 0.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Assuming I get a second one.
Yeah, maybe. Don't assume.
Pay 1. Surprised to see a potion. I hadn't seen one yet.
I'm as surprised as you are.
And then it was all of a sudden, I was like, whoa. Where'd you come from?
Who built this mess?
Spoils of war. For 1.
Yeah.
So there's 2 floating. Mm-hmm. Then the Dawn Blade itself is going to cost me 1 because of your fun.
Yeah, because your legs bleed.
Fun tricks and such. You get a chance to do the dance. It's the Space Jam.
It's the Space Jam. All right.
My arm. It's not feeling it.
Now hold on a second, okay? Let's think about that. You got the reprise, you know, the Repress, and you got like the big ones now. You got the overpowers and you got the routes. But route is really ineffective against defense reactions, so I could just keep stuffing you with those, assuming I have them. Quite an assumption.
Route is ineffective against defense reactions. Yeah. I concur with your conclusion.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I'll play. I'll play.
Let's play.
I'm gonna pass defense. Go to reactions. You get to kick it off if you'd like.
Oh no, I'll pass. I'm prepared to pass.
So if you pass and I pass, then you go again. I take 5. I don't like that.
I think that's beautiful.
That's a fine turn, right? I don't know. Let's play a sink below. Red.
Okay.
Let it resolve, yeah?
Going digging.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
Let's see if we can find something else that could matter here. Okay. Over to you. You got nothing there?
I'm still gonna pass, yeah.
So I take 1, yeah. Let's do a Fate Foreseen there from the arsenal for 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna opt this. Opt this. I'm gonna leave that there. I like that one.
Cards name?
3. All defense reactions. All 4 defense.
I just gotta decide how far I'm willing to go down this rabbit hole. I think I will pass.
Passy wassy, end of tourney.
No, I have go again.
You do have go again, but you can't swing the blade again. So you can play a potion.
I guess that's true.
It's the Dorinthia problem. It's the one thing that we all forget.
Yeah. I thought I could get the token, but you know.
If you're out there forgetting Dorinthia, you're not alone. I've been forgetting Dorinthia for nary a year now.
Is it either of these from hand?
This one is. No, this one is sink below.
Yeah, one of them is. It's the main thing.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pay 1 for Strength of Foresight.
Or Stroke of Foresight, okay.
Stroke of Foresight.
Fine.
So I'm at 8 to 8, but I get to trigger this. You've defended, so I can put a card under.
Mm-hmm. So the offensive sink below.
Is it even... This could go poorly. I guess I won't trigger it. It's not good. But I will.
Oh, hey, check this out though. I read that puppy. You draw a card first, I think. Then you put one on. So
that's
you
way
can make
better.
the decision.
Yeah, that's way
you
better.
Make the decision. What's up, Matras? 007, Special Agent. Special Agent Matras reporting for duty.
Yeah, we'll still put that under. Okay. Yeah, that is better. I guess I just try. We will play a route. I won't trigger the thing, but it'll be +3. So we're at 11.
You don't want to put one back in so I can do it again?
I'm good.
I'll take cover here.
Yeah.
And throw this into the arsenal.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
All right. Tunic up 1. Let's trigger Azalea. That Ridge Rider. We got 4 damage dominate coming at you. No hit effect. Just 4 damage.
Hmm. I
What's up, Calvi? Fellow skeleton.
do
Have a good time at work. I mean, you know, whatever that means. Enjoy it as best you can, I suppose. Maybe it's great.
Okay. I'll block for 3, take 1.
Yeah. That goes in the arsenal.
When I have my big turns on your 3 defense reaction turns, it's like, I don't feel bad. It just is what it is.
I pack a bunch of them for a reason.
All right. Let's play hit and run blue. Next attack has go again. Pay 1 for Dawnblade with go again.
Pass defense.
I'll pass.
Take cover from arsenal. And this guy in for the ability.
Okay. So it has go again. I didn't hit though.
No Dorinthia unless you got
So-
Twinning Blade.
No, we're good.
All right. Ticks up. Cross wrap.
This will be
Use
interesting.
Azalea. And we will pitch to play a 5 damage dominate red in the ledger.
Okay.
No more than 1 action during your next turn if it is.
Let's pay 3 for unmovable.
You'll surprise unmovable. I put
Yeah.
1 in there for that exact moment. This will go in arsenal and then back over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Pay 1 to swing with the Dawnblade for 3.
I'll not defend. Reactions to you.
I'll pass.
Pass.
So it hits.
Mm-hmm.
I'll trigger here.
Yep.
And then I'll pay 1, swing with the blade.
I'll pass.
I don't like this. Well, I don't want to dig myself any deeper. I will pass. Do 3, get a token.
Okay.
And then let's put this under.
All right. You choose a cross wrap. Good questions abound. I feel like I know. I feel like I really know what I'm supposed to do here. Going back to the pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Woo! What are you counting over there? Arrows or defense reactions? I'm not sure.
We're putting it down. You gotta play the odds so well at this one. Ha! Take that on lightning strike.
Ah!
All right, let's do 5 with go again. And we'll put this down. 5 with go again, coming at you.
Mm-hmm. If I do that. I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I won't block.
Take 5. All right, go again. Red liner into Remorseless. Pitch Remorseless for 5. Does not have Dominate. No defense reactions from Arsenal, just in case you were going to do that.
I'll block for 3. Take 2.
Take 2 and lose a life every time you act.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Action card.
Okay, great.
That's not reactions.
That's correct.
For all of you at home worried about. I'll throw this in the arsenal and then drop.
All right, I'm going to take some risk.
Yeah. Play as many actions as you can.
Yeah, well, I'm going to play a couple.
Sebastian, that's great. Just fell asleep to the sound of your voices. Good 10-minute nap at my desk. Thanks, guys. I guess that's okay. I guess that's good. I don't know.
Let's go Iron Song Determination.
Right on.
+1 and Dominate. Then one.
So lose a life? Yeah, you did it.
Then I'm going to pay 1. Swing with a sword, which is at +1/+1. So it's a 5 damage with Dominate.
Mm-hmm. No, go again.
Nope.
You don't have the boots.
Nope.
I'll not defend.
Okay. I will pay 1. No. Yep, I'll do 5.
All right. 11. Okay, let's Crunchwrap Supreme here. Nice. Okay, let's Azalea into a Sikkim Shot. I guess, yeah. Let's go ahead and pitch Hamstring Shot yellow. Have 1 floating. 4 damage Dominate with Go Again.
Mm-hmm. I won't block. Eat first reactions.
I have none.
We'll springboard for 2. Take 2.
Okay, 3 in hand. Let's do Enlightened Strike. Go again.
Mm-hmm.
1 under.
He's going wide.
He's going. That's right. He's as wide as the day is long.
Not good.
Xandrex, yes, I did decide against Razor Reflex.
It's block for 3, take 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll redliner. And then we'll pay 1, red in the ledger for 5.
Block for 3, die.
You have done. Oh my gosh, it's the potion. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I feel like I'm not. There's a combination of things to get around you, but like, I felt like every time I had a combo of things, you were blocking with like 12 cards somehow.
Yeah, with all the reaction. So I feel this is just the strangest Azalea deck. So I actually watched all of old Tower Number 9's Warrior games and whatnot, and really kind of learned Dorinthia as best I could. And this is basically asking the question, like, can you maybe out-tempo Ninja and Warrior? And so this actually has nothing except for attack and defense reactions. Attacks and defense reactions.
And so not attack reactions,
There's
but there's arrows and then there's defense reactions.
Arrows and defense reactions, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. Enlightened Strike, Ravenous Rabble, arrows, defense reactions. And it kind of feels like that's how Redliner Azalea is supposed to play. Because every time you start adding non-attack actions, it just gets awkward.
Yeah, the go again was really nice.
Yeah, but having like, this is the exact 4 hand that you're looking for. It's like, oh, well, Sikkim Shot was on the top. Well, I put that down there earlier. I'm glad that showed up about the time that it did. I had Enlightened Strike, and it was like perfect, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't always work like that, but I don't think this variation would work against a turtle. And so I think even if Dorinthia went into turtle mode, I don't know if I could win that match. Like if you blocked every time, and then just launched.
That's what I kept playing that line because your deck was getting thin.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give myself that out eventually, but going 3 wide, it just so happened that I didn't have cards.
Yeah, it was the perfect moment for that to happen.
But that also, even if I had cards, would get tough when you're going 3 wide. Like I'm getting low enough that it's a problem.
Yeah, and at that point, dominate for 1 or 2 every turn should be happening. So like at the end of the game, you should chip out the last couple of turns without too much. But yeah, so this is a very definite Birdseed that is tuned to the play style that at least I've found with Redliner Azalea to be the best. I think this is the best way to do it. Death Dealer is an entirely different bow. It's an entirely different game. It plays differently.
Yeah.
So the sideboard for this is like 12 non-attack actions, right? So it's like if you're against Viscera and you assume OTK, if you're against Guardian, you probably do it too. You just put in all your take aims and your +3 cards, and then you just crack them with Dominate and big attacks. But in the tempo match, I feel like Azalea can actually keep up, which was really cool to see that that's actually possible.
It's tempting seeing this. It's like I was trying to get the go again happening more than I probably should have.
Yeah.
Just like there were
on
moments
Bravo or on Dorinthia?
On this. There were moments where like even that last turn, I wasn't even thinking like, well, what if he just doesn't block? Like with anything. Like if you had like an attack reaction in your hand or whatever, I had pumps and I was like, well, I just want to make him use the defense reaction from Arsenal first. And then you were just like, pass, take 5. And I was like, oh, dang it. Because I had 2 floating resources and 2 pumps.
Yeah.
And it was like I had 6 more damage waiting. But I just didn't do it. So there were a lot of little things along the way where I was like, oh, I didn't do that well.
Yeah, you got to learn a little Dorinthia. I had advantage. I played her a little earlier whenever we first started out. So I kind of had, and I've been playing the double sabers build, which is just strictly probably worse. Although I don't know. I think it's got options. I think it's a push forward build. I think double sabers is push forward and honestly push the point. Is that what that card is? I love that card in a Saber Dorinthia, but
yeah, it's good. It's good to see too. Like just as playing Ninja was somewhat enlightening, but I feel like every time we activate a new class character,
your build gets different, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know how to manage that. Right?
It's just a sideboard. I think we just have to sideboard into the matchup.
Yeah,
you got to. That's where even determining your sideboard is a total mind trip.
Yeah, I almost think I go red staunch. in Bravo to deal with Warrior. Generally.
Yeah.
But I'm still thinking about both of those because this is obviously different too.
I mean, I think there's 13 defense reactions in here. All of them are 4s except the trap, which is 3, and take cover yellow, which is 3. But I'm having to spend double defense reactions, which if you can chain out the take cover, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
But, I had to take cover, I think, once or twice in the arsenal, and most of them were coming from hand. But if you can just, a 3 damage Dawn Blade, if you drop a 6 reaction from hand or from arsenal, I don't think there's any good play there for Warrior. I think that turn is over.
Yeah.
They can't reprise. The best they can do is 2 1-cost plus 3s that get them to 9. You take 3 damage. They've wasted, it's like 3 damage. They don't have go again. Like, I think that maybe is critical because that's 6 reactions. That's a significant amount.
You're not going to have it every time, but you are going to have it a lot of the time.
Yeah, and you just sit it there.
Yeah.
And wait.
And wait.
Yeah, and then if they do +3 to my first attack, swing for 6, then you stuff it right there with 6.
Yeah, I think that's both sideboard and then also just knowing how to interact, like knowing what the play is in those instances, right? I think is so much of doing decent at this game. It's like literally the combo of having the right cards, but then also doing the right thing with them.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, it's
a good
super.
card
You
game.
can't just do your thing, right? Like you can't just have an attack plan. I mean, some decks might be able to. The super aggressive, I'm forcing you to respond to me moments. But yeah, I think it's critical. My favorite thing so far, a couple weeks ago, is when we played with the same decks over and over again, and just changing how it was being played changed the game, and that hints at that as well.
Because I would love to see this exact matchup where you're playing to try to run me out of deck.
And just see what happens.
And just see if I can actually put enough gas on.
Which is what I did with Bravo early. I was like, well, let me block everything.
We got back.
Yeah.
Then we started playing really heavy tempo stuff, and then you got here. And
You're now making way better use of Dominate.
Almost every turn.
It is harder to just strictly block, but I do think when you can block the arrow class, it's like you just win that exchange eventually. Because I have a weapon, you don't. If I can run you out of deck, I win.
Yeah. As long as you can stop the salvage shots.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. So it's almost like you got 5 damage salvage shots, and I always pitch them if I can. I try never to play them until the end of the game. But then you have to find a way to block 5 at once with Dominate.
Yeah.
So it's either your staunch response, like Guardian can just like do it 1,000 ways, or you just save a gear that's worth 2 armor or something, and you just shove it and a 3, and it's like, oh well, that's probably the end of the game.
Yeah, even a 4 with a 1 left.
Yeah,
would let you stop it.
But it's good. I mean, it's crazy. It's this giant swirling mass of everything that you're trying to do and beat, and it just feels so alive. With everything is both beatable and unbeatable depending on how you're playing it.
Yeah, but the upside of of sideboard is it's not like you build your deck one way and then you just lose in a certain match.
Yeah.
Because you're choosing your sideboard, you have the option to choose your outs.
You choose to lose.
Yeah, and I mean, part of it is just testing a lot and knowing what matchups am I favored in and what am I not favored in, and then you sideboard into those, and it's like, give yourself silver bullets. Give yourself a chance to.
Yeah.
If you have the staunch response or the unmovable at the right moment, you could just win the game.
Man, actually, thinking more about it, we should play this again off camera so everybody can't see it, so we can talk our real strategies. I'm getting ready to win nationals. But I think if you have 3 blessings and then 6 of those 6 defense reactions, I'll bet it's a totally different world for you against Orinthia.
Yeah.
We should test that.
We will.
Let's test it. All right, friends. Hey, thanks for joining us. We continue to explore stuff. I mean, it's just, it's so wide open for 3 sets being out and for doing this for over a year now.
Yeah. And it's just about to get crazy.
I can't believe it.
Just
and
about
we're
to get
have
crazy.
Monarch with some weird light and shadow thing going on and 300 plus new cards. I mean,
it's going to get crazy.
There's a reason that these collectible games, we've been out of the game for what, 11, 10 years of collectible?
If you don't count Destiny, yeah, it's been a good decade.
Yeah, Destiny wasn't, and as we say, it wasn't a collectible
I said
game.
if.
It's the most expensive living card game ever created. So, hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. We're glad you're here. I'm glad you checked it out. I think, now, let me check before I mark it to you.
We do have boxes and stuff.
What about Blitz? Is Blitz sealed up?
Gone.
Blitz is gone. Okay.
Those decks are gone. But
So
we do have boxes from the
Monarch
first 2 sets and
Unlimited minimum price. We're talking 20% off, Monarch Unlimited. Subscription there. Beautiful opportunity to get Monarch. I said in the Discord, and I think this is true, people, once Monarch Unlimited releases, I think there's a decent shot that it's going to evaporate. We don't know that, obviously, but given the history and given the amount of new players that are coming and given that this is the entry point, I think it's probably going to evaporate. And then what's going to happen? People are going to get on their message boards, right? And they're going to say like, how didn't have enough product. We have it available right now. So like if you're worried that you might not be able to find it, you can sign up for a subscription. It's guaranteed you'll get the product, barring some sort of insane hurricane act of God situation.
Literal act of God.
In which case, we'll work with LSS and try to get it solved anyway. But that's a great thing. And then we do have Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising in stock on site right now, unlimited. Yeah. Have a few of those left, and then I don't know. I assume that do we feel like supply of those has stabilized a bit?
I mean, it's the first time we've had them in stock for more than a couple days.
Yeah.
So what that means, I don't know. But like I said earlier, to me, if you're new, that's a great place to start. If you get a couple boxes of Welcome to Wraith as an example, a couple boxes of both Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising, incredible place to start. But it's having it available to me really just means even if all the people that currently play have what they want, there's now just a moment where people who have been interested but couldn't get product.
Right.
When they realize it's like, oh, I am interested, let me get that, can immediately say, I'll buy this and try it. And I know what happens as soon as people try it.
Right.
They fall in love with it. So even if they are caught up, I'm not expecting them to keep caught up for a second. Now, hopefully they are printing as much as they can of everything.
Maybe there's more coming in and like a couple of weeks, more coming in. Yeah.
Just having one of those, like Welcome to Wraith in stock, I think is going to do so much to like garner just the actual ability for people to build this community. And Monarch's going to help because there's hopefully another set that is really great for just starting. And hopefully they are printing a ton of that. But
you got the split starter decks, you got the whole thing going on.
Yeah,
and it's you got limited, it's new, it's limited, it's draft, it's sealed, it's beautiful. Bird asking, can I do another order or add to the other? So if you email through the contact form and say you're wanting to combine the orders, that can happen. Now, what can happen though, so like if your first order is already shipped, obviously you can't combine it. If you place your second order and then it ships for some reason really quickly, then you can't combine it. So like it might be best to write in and say, hey, I'm about to place an order. Can you combine them before I do so that I can make that happen? And Robert will take care of you on that for sure.
Yeah, but if it happens to be a subscription, you can go in and change quantity on the back end.
Oh yeah, if it's a subscription, you can change that until the cows come in.
If you're on Monarch Unlimited or something, you can just hop into your subscription on the back end on your account, and there's a change quantity button.
Yeah, Isaac Vega. What's up, Isaac? Hey, good to see you in the chat
what
there.
Up, man?
Asking if we're following the Digimon TCG. He said I would subscribe if you guys offered it. Just saying, well, thanks, Isaac. Hey, it's great to be here. So as you know, our focus is pretty limited on a few games, Ashes being one of them, and we're pretty busy with that right now. But we've looked at Digimon. I haven't ever really played the Chrono Clash system as much as I should have. We had a little Godzilla starter that we played a couple of games with. Remember that? So that's what Digimon's built on.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and a lot of people are really into it. We're not big fans of Digimon as a property. Like that's not something that gets us really excited. I think I had a little. Did they have the little, or is that the Tamagotchi thing?
No, that's different.
Is that different?
The Tamagotchi was an awesome thing I did.
Did they have Digimon? Was it a game?
Yeah, I think so. They had it was like Tamagotchi.
I was around for it.
Yeah.
It was in my space, but I never really latched onto it.
Well, it was like Pokemon adjacent. So yeah. I was really into Pokemon. Some people really got into Yu-Gi-Oh. Some people really got into Digimon.
Yeah.
And to me, it always came across as like the Pokemon knockoff.
Right on.
So I just never even looked at it. But
yeah. People love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Isaac, we probably won't offer a sub for that, but I would love to play more of it.
Evan's saying they had Digimon digital pets, just like
yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I had a Digimon digital monster, digital Narda champion.
I remember that.
Yeah, we got there.
Very, very vague.
And then update on the Ashes kit. Any Ashes players out there? So we charge subs 2 to 3 weeks before we expect something to ship. That is still the case here for Ashes on the upgrade kit. So it's any minute. We're just waiting literally. It should be on the way to us from Plaid Hat any moment. We get that tracking, we'll have better understanding of when it's going to happen. And so I expect it will not be, but I mean, if it's not by the end of next week, something has gone wrong.
Very, very wrong. We have everything on our side prepped, so that the moment we receive it, it's going to start.
All the boxes in there are
kicking,
literally
yeah.
sitting right past the camera. There's a ton of boxes waiting to get a kit put in and shipped out the door. So we're ready for them. Hey, thanks everybody. We appreciate you. Glad you're here. Take care, Isaac. Hey, thanks for making Ashes. That's great stuff.
That's right. See you guys.